Dude, that is crazy, man. What's up, Clarko? If we see, I wonder if we'll see Yeet Greet today in chat. Yeah, for those who don't know, a member of our community, fellow streamer, not a PokeMMO streamer, but RuneScape streamer and friend of the stream community, you know, type situation. Yeet Greet literally ran a marathon today. Dude, it's fucking crazy, man. She'll be asleep for a week. Yeah, she should. Yeah, she got 56,000 steps today. I think I've gotten like 20,000 steps at one point in my life, and that was the most I'd ever gotten. Like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine 56k. It's just crazy, man. Oof. 35k. Yeah, and you're like a huge fucking like Clarko, one of our big athletic outside, you know, Giga Chads of the community. His peak is, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's cool. It's beautiful what the human body is capable of. Okay, that's the message, dude. You guys liking the spooky vibes? The spooky fucking, the spooky. You know what? I'm just a sucker for. It's pretty basic. I think most people, when it comes to video game music, probably know it. But I'm a sucker for Banjo-Kazooie music, dude. It's one of the best soundtracks, dude. It's one of the best. Can you really hate it that much? It's so good. Anyways, all right, make sure everything is set up properly. I need to move my browser stuff over. What's up, Conurillix? You can yell at me if I butchered your name. Skrillex, but with Kanu in front. There's no way that's I probably butchered that. And you have, I always say you have full permission to yell at me. You can bully me if I mess up your name. Kanuri. Okay, I can try that. But my apologies, man. First stream. What's up? Happy to have you. It's honestly a good time because we're just doing the intro, so I can say hi to everybody. Let me get the stuff up today, though. One sec for the daily news segment. I can close this. Just dragged something incorrectly, but that's okay. Not gonna hurt us too bad, thankfully. My first stream too. Oh, it's so nice to have you, Mod Tom Hosnier. I know it's your first time in stream, but something tells me you might get banned a lot here or something like that. I don't know, man. Just something. There's a whisper in my ear, a little birdie in my ear saying, you know what, that Tom guy, we should ban him for no reason. Exclamation mark Tom. Anyways. Lovely Sunday stream. Yes. I'll be missing out on a little bit of football. I need my football bros in chat to come in every so often and give me the score update. Not that to be fair, not that I really like my beloved Baltimore Ravens. It's their bye week, I believe. So, not the end of the world, you know. I did, dude. Okay. We're going to talk football. I did watch the Steelers. I just threw on the Steelers Bengals game because it was on Twitch. That game was so fucking good. I'm so glad I turned that on. Holy shit. That was a really, really fun game of football. Holy. I'm hyped up for anybody who caught that. That was a really good game, dude. I don't care if you're like, you know, not invested in. It was so fucking good. The Unk Bowl. Everybody was calling it the Unk Bowl because it was old Aaron Rodgers versus old Flacco. It was such a good game, dude. Holy guacamole. Okay. Is this all set up properly? Will this all show properly? I believe so. 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 Okay. Bring this down for a quick sec. Is it cinema? Dude, this entire football season has been so fucking weird. There's been so many upsets. Like, the most upsets of all time. I love the British people in chat rage baiting and everybody's just, I love that it's just being ignored. Oi, twist me crumpet. They're not even talking about the football where you use ye feet, lads. It's not even the real football. Oh, well, the Queen would not approve of this, lads. All the Americans. Yeah, dude, the game was crazy. It was a good game. Yeah, man. Glad we all had a fun time watching. Hell yeah, brother. Britopian's mad. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. Yo, Clarko. Actually, okay, to be fair, I did mean to send you a video, Clarko. I took a video of me at the grocery store. And I went to the bean section. And I went through all of the beans. There is not a single... There's nothing comparable to Heinz beans. The closest thing that we have to Heinz beans is something called vegetarian baked beans, and even that had brown sugar in it. I checked the ingredient. I need to check. I need to see if Heinz beans has any brown sugar in it, because it might. But we had, yeah, the closest we had was vegetarian beans. Holy guacamole. I'm gonna have to order a can of Heinz beans online, is what I'm learning. I'm seeing a lot of Cope in chat acting like America isn't one of the most athletic competitive countries. Okay, we can't. It's too early for this. I want to play Pokemon. Why are Batopians always wanting to fight, bro? Put your fist down. Go back to the pub. Drink another pint. You're at that, like, you guys are currently at that like 4th to 6th level, or like 3rd level rage pint. You gotta go have a few more, get to the loving level of pints, okay? You're coming in hot, dude. You're coming in hot. Rage bait taken. No more. I will not be interacting with rage bait. Why is it always up there? Here you go. I will not be interacting with rage bait. You cannot get me today. Pat, who's Lar versus Jax? Lar. I'm assuming Jax is the Jaguars. I didn't know Lar is Los Angeles Rams. I had to Google it. I wouldn't have known that. I did know Jax is no one would ever say that though. They're playing in the UK. Oh, okay, that's cool. The Rams versus the Jaguars, yeah. Gotcha. I wouldn't have known the Rams as Los Angeles Rams. But yeah, Jax is Jaguars. I would, yeah, that's how's that? Oh, the Rams are fucking crushing them 21-0 and it's the fourth quarter. Wait, no! I like the Jaguars, okay? I'm wishing the best for them. I've always rooted for them as a franchise, even though they've never really been that good. I'm rooting for them, okay? Plus, they have beautiful colors. I love the, like, teal. Snooze Fest. Yeah, that's kind of that's a shitty game to put in the UK, unfortunately. Rams just crushing them. Yes. Add me to the Iron Man team. Yes, I probably should actually start the stream. I'm just enjoying yapping today. The catch event's not for a while. If I copy paste the name, it does say that a name can't be found. Maybe I'm typing it. All right, I just copy pasted it. Make sure you try to type it again if you don't mind. Sorry to ask that of you. I'm gonna get into this little alpha encounter. Alrighty, fellas. I think it's time to start, boys. I think it's time to start. Let's jump into it. Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. My name is Patrouski. Welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap. This is stream recap 406. Your daily source of tips, tricks, information, and what's happening inside the PokeMMO community, the discussions, the forum posts, the Turbo Online MMO-ness. Let's go ahead and talk about what's happening, guys, what people are excited for, a catch event that is happening today. We got the spooky music in the background. Shout out Banjo-Kazooie soundtrack. You gotta love it. How could you not? So, we got the PAWNIARD catch event. This is happening today, so I'll be doing this on stream today. Maybe a few clips in the recap, mostly focus on an Iron Man episode, though. This is on 19th of October. We know it's today. It's today at 2 p.m. ET, so in about 2 hours. You got your PAWNIARDs, your Duosians, your Garbodors, your Live Park, your Machino. Most importantly, you have your chance at a really good shiny. One of the best shinies you can win from a catch event is like a single encounter shunt shiny like this. It's really, really good. So saving hundreds of hours, winning yourself a free shiny PAWNIARD, you know, just do it, guys. Obviously, just win the catch event. It's that easy. Go ahead and go for it. Next up, the Doduo catch event on Wednesday, the 22nd of October at 1 p.m. ET, Route 18 in Kanto. You got Dodrio +5, +2 for Doduo. It's a minus here. Jolly's +5 for nature bonuses. Naughty's -3. There's a shiny Doduo up for grabs here. Honestly, in my opinion, Dodrio, underrated shinies. I think it's a really beautiful shiny. Check out this event. What's on the 22nd? This is up tomorrow. This is next week, Wednesday, in October. Petalburg Prison Escape. Following up the Petalburg Prison catch event, which I love. Very on theme. This is on Sunday, the 26th of October at 1 p.m. ET, Route 102 in Hoenn. You got your Seedots, your Waltz, your Surskits, your Lotads, and then your nature bonuses, all the mixed attack natures that aren't plus speed. So no Naive, no Hasty, Mild, Lonely, Naughty, Rash. And then shiny Seedots up for grabs. Another really good shiny, usually a ×3 horde hunt. I mean, you might be able to ×5 Nuzleaf, but usually you do ×3 hordes with like Lotad, Seedots, Viper. There's a lot of split mons in that location. Zangoose, great shiny. So it'd be nice to win one for free, so you don't have to like purposefully hunting for one of these is actually kind of hard versus just winning one specifically from the event. Next up, you have your Beijing time zone catch events. These are for players in China, players in Australia. That's a big one. If you're in Australia but you can't really make the Western world catch events, these are going to be a lot easier for you on your time zone from my understanding. October 24th, Saturday at 1600 Beijing time, Route 6 in Unova. You have 1 hour to catch as many, what is it? Carablast? I always forget Carablast, Shelmet, Carablast as possible. And you want to get yourself potentially a shiny Escavalier or Carablast. Make sure to pick the shiny that you want. You cannot like evolve it or de-evolve it after, since it is a gift reward. So keep that in mind. Next up, Fanpy catch event on October 25th, Saturday, 600 Beijing time, in the Hoenn Safari Zone. These are roughly translated via Google Chrome. Little Elephant. You can get yourself a shiny Glitter Elephant, a shiny Fanpy up for grabs. That's the catch events. Now we have the Vanity suggestion thread. I've been going through this. There's like 12 to 13 years of vanities, pixel art made by players, made by fans of the game, wanting to show off their stuff and just recommend things to see possibly in the game one day. And some of these have made it into the game over the years. I really liked this one. It took me like a double take for a quick sec, but I think it's really cute. The little like planetarium dome on their head, I think is super sick. I think it's super cool. The little like berry, because like the Lepa berry hanging off here. I really like this. I like the idea of more domes. We have the snow globe vanity in PokeMMO, and it's honestly one of my favorites. It's really underrated in my opinion. Let's see if I can find it really quick on the GTL. Yeah, the good old snow globe hat. I really like this vanity. It's actually a little under 3 mil. It's not that expensive. It was a limited time gift shop vanity in 2020. I really like this vanity. It has not done very well in the market, and I don't think people really love it, but it might be one of my favorite Christmas vanities. That, and then the fairy elf bot. Another vanity that I thought was gonna do way better than it did, market wise, it is now 239k. I think there was a lot of supply. I think there is a demand. I could be wrong, but the supply was just, there was a lot of these put into the game. I love this. It's a pink Santa hat, dude. This is my favorite Santa hat. I really like it. I wish it was more expensive, but no, it's pretty, it's affordable. It's a good thing for you guys, you know, good thing for any new players who want to dress up for Christmas coming up. It's 239k. That's one Jimmy run. One Jimmy run, you could get yourself some sick permanent drip like this. All right. Back to the suggestions though. I really like the planetarium. Very, very cool. I'm gonna skip some of the meme stuff. I don't know how I feel about this. Like I respect the vision, okay, and the artwork. The Ariados helmet, it looks pretty crazy. I don't know if I think it's a little too crazy. Maybe they could clean it up. I'm not sure, but it, you know, I respect it. I respect it for the Ariados lovers out there, okay. Suggesting some of these, like I always love the idea of using the NPC sprites and outfits on your character. I think it's a really cool idea. Why don't we don't have like this pigtail option or even this hair option, do we? I've said for a long time, PokeMMO is seriously lacking on hairstyle options. One of the biggest vanity like overhauls we kind of need, in my opinion, is a lot more hairstyles. Hair is a really important thing, you know. It's really crucial to getting your vision, getting your personality across. I would love to see more hairstyle options. Next up, similar to the Ariados, same person. I respect it, Molyneux. I respect the Ariados and Spinrack love. Obviously, this needs to be like outlined or prettied up a little bit, but he did a pretty good job. I couldn't, you know, do this good at pixel art. Spinrack, a little Spinrack hat. And then people, you know, love cross-porting. People always love cross-porting different IPs into PokeMMO. And I'm not always for it, you know. I'm always like a little skeptical. I think it's really important to do it with style, with Riz per se. I do adore this. The cloud, even if you don't know it's from DBZ, even if you aren't a DBZ fan, this just looks amazing. And I think that's the best kind of stuff to port over to PokeMMO, is things that like look amazing even if you don't get the reference. I don't like reference culture. I don't like yeah, the cloud is so clean. This, whoever, like the pixel art person who did this is also phenomenal. Like this is one of my, it's so clean, so clean. This is so good. And this is the lucky red dragon. It's actually a vanity in the game, but recolored to be more like the DBZ dragon, if I understand. I'm not a huge, I've watched like 25 episodes of DBZ and I read the Dragon Ball manga growing up. I'm not a huge, you know, Dragon Ball guy, but I respect it for what it is, right? I love the cloud. I think this is a little, I don't love the dragon as much. It's just a simple recolor, but I love the cloud. It does work quite well, you know, with just the recolor, but I like the cloud is amazing. The Minish outfit from the Zelda Minish cap. I think this looked a little goofy, but I don't know. I'm not totally against it. Maybe in different pieces or maybe in more obscure pieces. I don't like when we port game pieces and game reference directly to the game, like, oh, here's the Zelda Minish, you know, whatever outfit, or here's the Link outfit and it's called like Link's hat and blah, blah. I'd rather be like, oh, here's a red elf slumped hat, and have it be like its own thing and have it what's the word? I prefer having things be like diverse pieces and more generalized vanities, and then you have to kind of build the outfit. If you want your character to look like the Minish Zelda, if you want your character to look like Zelda, if you want your character to look like Goku, I like the idea of you having to combine, like right now, oh, you combine the the fire dragon robes. If you want to look like Goku, to be fair, some DBZ fans are going to yell because this is probably not accurate. But if I were trying to look like Goku, based on the Goku in my mind, I'd probably go for like the fire dragon robes, the Charizard robes with like the electric storm hat, which is super expensive. And you would like combine different vanities to make it work the best you can. You wouldn't just go buy, oh, the Goku top, the Goku bot. I think it's uncreative. I think that's unfun. I think it's not like expressive. Simply copying your favorite character into your game, I don't find that personally. If you, it's enough for you, more power to you. I don't personally find that very expressive. Vanities are all about creativity, combining non-matching sets, in my opinion, to like make a I need to do, actually, I would love to do another. I used to do vanity fashion contest, and it's been a while since I've done one. I would love to bring those back, maybe do one before the Halloween event and then one after, because to hopefully show people what I'm looking for in a vanity outfit, and to show people like how to combine non-matching sets and make them match, if that makes sense. It's a really beautiful thing. Next up, bro, call me, maybe it's my inner American, my inner Kate Kona speaking. I genuinely think if we got a tractor mount in PokeMMO, it might be my favorite mount in the game. I don't know why. It would look so funny. It would be so funny to ride around on a go yeehaw, brother. Maybe it's the fact that my high school had a bring your tractor to school day, bro. Kate Kona. I would love this. I legitimately would love a tractor mount in PokeMMO. I think it would be so funny. You already have some farmer vanities, the pitchfork, I like that. This guy nailed it. Shout out to this guy, guest slash Nihue in game. This guy nailed what is, in my opinion, you took non-matching outfits and put them together in a unique matching way. This is supposed to be the Luffy hat, the like one piece like straw hat, right? He used this perfectly in a farmer's outfit. The pitchfork, which is like usually used for rioting in PokeMMO. The overalls, like this is the perfect, the Miltank follower sprite. This is a perfect example of he took vanities that weren't all one set and turned them into a creative mosh pit. And I love that, and I love the idea of a tractor vanity. And this is really, I think this is cool. Maybe I'm just crazy. I do kind of like over the top vanities to some extent that just take over your head, only for your head usually. That and mounts. I think body pieces and pants should be a little more subtle, but I like this. This could be a to each their own type beat, but I really like this one. Guys, I've spent a lot of time covering the vanity suggestion thread, but I think it's really fun. Anyways, next up, I thought this was really cute. This is in the dry streak existence thread, where everybody is posting their driest streak with the new encounter counter, so we have official like evidence of it in PokeMMO. I think the driest person I've seen is actually a streamer. I forget their name off the top of my head, so my apologies. There's a Twitch streamer for PokeMMO that was like 260k dry, and that is the driest player I've seen. He did it live on Twitch. That's the driest player I've seen with the new encounter counter so far. And but Bearminator, a head game master, said at the end of the year, the 3 players who post the longest dry streaks broken by finding a shiny will get a 30-day donator status from me. This is just a game master doing this shit for the love of the game. There is no reason to do this aside from he just likes the community and wants to be nice and offer up a little sub mini game. Dude, you have to appreciate the staff members of PokeMMO. All they do, like, they're just doing this for the love of the game, and I think it's so beautiful, so cool. Wanted to shout it out. There's ups and downs all around. The staff members of PokeMMO, I think some of the most consistently amazing people that carry this community. It is one of the most thankless jobs. I get positive comments every day, and I appreciate that. Go spread some of that love and give it to the CMs, the game masters, all the community members in chat. They work so hard for the love of the game. Check them out. All right, that's Bearminator. Next up, a lot of people might already know this, but I wanted to cover the official post. There was a big ban wave in PokeMMO last Thursday, I believe, for the last stream. And we have the good ending. We have positive news, which I think the community really needs right now. Chihuahua Raven was a 5,500 hour player. They had over 55,000 hours in the game, 55 OT shinies, and they were permabanned. And this is gonna happen. The problem is human error is gonna happen. Obviously, it sucks. And I wish it's one of those, like, I wish it never happened, but humans are never going to be perfect. You can't really expect that. I'm really glad that he got unbanned. I'm really glad that it was proven. I'm really glad they put time into his case. They literally reached out to him, or I guess he made a forum post, and then they reached out to him, and he sent like videos of himself tapping his phone to like, they really put a lot of time. Like, they did a proper like investigation, which I really appreciate. Like, I think if someone's put that much time into your game, I do think it's like the least they deserve, in my opinion. Some sort of proper investigation as opposed to like automated responses, right? It's not great. It's always going to happen. It's false bans or human error is always going to happen. It's the same reason like false arrests and things like that, you know, and that's a different, you know, I don't want to get too much into that. That's rough, right? But mistakes are always going to happen. Mistakes are always going to happen. And you have to just be able to handle them the best you can. And I do think this one was handled pretty well, where he made a really respectful forum post. The devs responded and reached out. And it was what was really sad, you have to keep in mind, is he's like one false ban that got overturned out of how many proper bans of people claiming innocence. That's the unfortunate situation with the ban situation in Pokemon. I always say it could be your best friend, it could be your mother, it could be your son. Most humans will try to feign innocence when they make a mistake, which sucks. It's kind of how we're wired, and we have to fight against that to not be like that, right? So unfortunately, there was a lot of people that bandwagoned on Chihuahua's post and was like, hey, I'm just like this guy, I'm innocent too. And the devs came out and were like, no, you guys are actually all 1000%, like, you guys definitely cheated. It was really shitty that people who cheated tried to hop on the bandwagon and like ride Chihuahua's coattails when he genuinely didn't cheat and his ban got overturned, whereas a lot of other people were like, no, we blatantly saw you all using the same bot on Windows. Like, really crazy to see. But I want to say congrats to Chihuahua. This is the positive, the good ending. I'm glad you got unbanned. He's been really nice about it, really cool about it, and really open about talking about it. So just shout out, much love to him. Next up, I don't want to talk about this for an extended period of time because I could talk about this for so long, but this is one of the most in-depth. Give me a quick sec. There's a lot of yapping. This is one of the most in-depth forum posts I've ever seen in the suggestion box. Thank you for the sub, Offie. 26 months is crazy. Thank you so much. One of the most I couldn't not share this. I vehemently encourage you to go read this in in whatever detail you want to. I'm gonna actually link it in the stream chat. It's also over on the suggestion box on the PokeMMO forums, and it's called Time Machine. And it's basically, the TLDR is that it's an item or mechanic that would allow you to go over to Black White 2 and then also Kanto's Johto. Now, I do have massive apprehension when it comes to this. There's a lot of balancing problems with this, like the extra gyms that you could rerun. If we add 2 more mostly redundant regions, the problem is whenever you say that, people fucking love Black and White 2. Like, people love Heart Gold Soul Silver. So there's people who love the traditional games that super want those full games to be in the game, even though they don't really make sense in my personal opinion in PokeMMO. I think the redundancy of the Kanto 2 and Johto, I think that, and also the problem is some people are saying, oh, replace the current Kanto we have with the Johto Kanto, so that would delete everybody's progress in Kanto, the original one. You have to remove it from the game, and that there's just so many problems with that. And then you'd have to travel. You know how like all the region boat travel right now is, oh, you travel between the regions? You'd have to travel to Johto to get to Kanto. That would be weird. There's a lot of problems. And you couldn't start in Kanto as a region if that's the case. There's a lot of problems with a lot of this. Black White 2 I have not played, I always say. So let me qualify that. I can't imagine. People do say they're such different games, like Black 1 and Black 2. I honestly need to play them because I feel like I need that perspective. I've heard some people say they're really similar games and just some of the routes are different and some of the gym trainers are different, but like the map is like mostly the same, but like a few extra cities. I don't know. It's out of my depth. I honestly don't know. This will also take so much dev time. That was a main consideration. There's a lot of really interesting stuff here, and I appreciate the effort. Look at all the visuals. Look at all the custom sprites that this guy made for this. Like I don't know. There's so many cool things. And I do like the idea of like the time travel being linked to Celebi. It makes sense in the world's lore and the universe. This guy made like a 7-part. This is all his posts. These are not comments. These are all his posts. This is one of the most in-depth posts I've ever seen. I haven't even gone into it in great detail. He brings up a use for the wishing stones. Like, this guy is trying to solve like so many, which is what you should do. Holy crap. Like, I like the idea of solving multiple in-game updates with one mechanic. That is what you usually want. You don't want one mechanic to just be one mechanic. You want one mechanic to solve multiple problems. This is really interesting. I'm gonna have to read through it in more depth off stream, to be honest with you. There's just a lot going on here, but I had to shout it out because he put so much effort into this. He brings up the idea of wish chunks. I'll read this. Wish chunks and wishing stone purpose. Wishing stone usage has been a mystery for almost over 2 years now. It's also suddenly waiting for the developers to announce what its purpose. And then I've got my own ideas to finally bring the stones into the game loop. But for them to work properly, a new item would be to implement wish chunks. Wish chunks would be a special untradeable item that can be found in the future, more specifically in Kanto 2 and Black White 2 post-game areas. Their main purpose would be to be crafted into wishing stones, but they can be traded with NPCs for different options. Where can I find them? I want to see, like, what are they used for? Wish chunk crafting and trading certain NPCs and present around the future. Up to 50 wishing chunks will give the players an opportunity to turn them into a single wishing stone. But we don't know the wishing stone usage. Wishing stone purpose. Wishing stones could be used to summon a special type of raid, a legendary raid with highly increased chance for featured legendary raid bosses to be shown at the end of the battle. I'd be almost okay with this. Like, I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. I have to read this. I don't want to judge this post. I have apprehensions to adding the new regions, but if anybody is going to convince me, it's probably this guy, because he puts so much effort and love and is trying to answer every detail, and that's amazing. I might have to read this off stream or do a whole video on this because there's just so much details. But anyways, I wanted to show it. I think it's worth to show it to you guys. That is all the stream recap intro stuff covered. I have berries to go farm on the Ironman. I have this alpha to talk about. I will see you guys with any questions from chat and any Halloween event speculations, updates, anything like that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Woo! Yeah, that's Asper. Yeah, pretty much, man. The link should be unexpired. It's literally some people have had that problem. Try like double clicking it, or try going to your browser and type discord.gg/Patrouski. So I have a static link for my Discord. It's just discord.gg/Patrouski, so it literally can't expire. But some people have that issue. It's like a glitch or a bug. Make sure try joining on PC. Some people have not been able to join on mobile. Okay, anyway, we had a lot of I have a question. If I play another game that uses macros and has a program for that, is not if I have that running, I will get banned. Yeah, yes. Hopefully, you probably should not run a macro program, even if you're not using PokeMMO. You should not run a macro program while playing PokeMMO. I wouldn't risk it. You might be fine, but I wouldn't fuck around and find out. Give me a tractor K-Kona. Dude, I would legit love it. Mist was here, reached 3 stream streak. What the fuck? Wait, that's a cool new mechanic. Wait, what? When the app date reveals, we never know, man. We just wait. We just hope for the best, cross our fingers, and hope the devs give us something. We never know, dude. That's a really cool Twitch mechanic, dude. It now shows like how many streams you've been to in a row. That's really fucking cool, actually. I finished Taylor. What should I do next? I'm about to see where the boat. Choose something before I leave. Ooh, okay. It's up to you. I'm gonna link you the doing storylines is never bad, and you can always go back to Kanto in the early game if you talk to your mom. Not a your mom joke, but actually true. And you can also what's it called? You can also, on top of that, once you unlock the dock city in the next region, you can go back to Kanto. So it's pretty easy. I wouldn't stress too much. You can almost always go back to the region if you make enough progress. That is the we need you to suit up at QB. Bro, I can't play QB. I'll be worse than Cooper Rush. Okay, chill. I can't play QB. My arm is fucked. No shot. I'll strap up for fucking tight end or like defensive end or some shit, Nappy, or like O-line. I'll do something. I'll do one of those 3. I don't know if I could do much else, man. I'm not fast enough to be a running back, or not, you know, or a fullback. Like I'll do O-line, DE, or tight end. There you go. That's my shout out to the city of Baltimore. Here's my application. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds, mostly body fat, very little muscle on me right now. That's my application. There you go. I got the size, and I have the fucking heart of a lion. Okay, I got that tiger blood in me. Okay, there you go. Yo, what's up, next star? Yeah, regions are never bad to do. You can always do regions in PokeMMO. I do recommend usually trying a piece of endgame content after beating a region. So like beat a region, try EV training, beat a region, try XP training, beat a region, try shiny hunting, beat a region, try PvP. You know, like I think it's good to jump around. That's what I'm saying. Lion. Yo, what's up, Nick Shark? How are the Lions scheduled? What do they play this week? Who do they play? Tomorrow they play on Monday. They play the Bucks. That's an easy dub, right? Actually, the Bucks are 5-1. Okay, Mayfield, goddamn. What was their early game schedule? I'm hoping for the Lions. Where's the Bucks tomorrow? I need somebody to root for now that the Ravens are cooked. I really liked the Bengals Steelers game. That game was really, really, really good. Hell fucking yeah, Sim. Bucks and NBA, close enough. The Bucks are, which you know, that's pretty fucking sick. Today was Saturday. Today is Sunday. What's up, Rapid? I get that, dude. We get this clip over to the stream recap. Alrighty, fellas, we have a beautiful new day on the Iron Man account getting started on stream today. What's up? We did just catch an alpha. We caught an alpha Ferrothorn. I had to catch it during the stream recap intro because otherwise it was going to despawn. Really good stats, 21 plus in every single stat except for Spadef. This could be a really good physical breeder. It's even lonely, which it could be maybe. Honestly, this could be a mixed attacking bug A group breeder if I need a bug A group mixed attacker. I'm not sure how common that is or if that's relevant at all, but it's something to consider. Next up, we have berries to pitch. We have Leppas to pitch. I'm going to head over to Unova. I'll show you guys the patches, then I'll show you guys the before and after. Let me just, you know what, I'll show you guys now. Let's see. And I'm starting out, the most important berry is, I guess, Leppas and Chestos. I'm starting at 192 Chestos and 168 Leppas. Keep those numbers in mind. I'm not going to get that many Leppas. I think the only Leppas I planted today were these. And then every cherry, Aspire. Cherries were the big one, honestly. I want to really start upping my cherry game. But I'm going to go ahead and pick my berries, and we'll replant the berries in about an hour or so before the PAWNIARD catch event coming up today in an hour and a half. All right. Doopity doopity doopity. What's up, Bot? What's up? When does self-sustaining berry farming become more profitable than buying? I don't know if it ever does. You should not be, in my opinion, on a main account. I would never self-sustain berry farm. I don't think it's worth it. I could be wrong. I'm no berry farming expert, but you should only be self-sustained berry farming if you're an Iron Man account, right? When's catch event? Hour and a half. Dude, okay, I would not say Joe Flacco's greatest athlete of all time. I love Lamar. I prefer Lamar. He's my dream quarterback. But do I respect Joe Flacco? Do I appreciate what he did for us? And that dude, the Flacco fucking Steelers game was so good, dude. You have Leppas. We're actually getting Leppas missed. We're actually Leppa farming, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. So ready mons, a bunch of alternative to sell. Great question. Is a really good question, pretty like detailed and specific, and I'm gonna guesstimate. I do not know the answer to this. No one knows the answer to this. You have to adjust and adapt based on what happens in live time. Someone said, when do you think will be the best time to sell raid ready Pokemon? I have a bunch that I might use on alt accounts or sell them. I think day 1 through like 3 or day 1 through 4 in the earliest part of the event season, because as time goes on, people are probably going to have more time to farm the Pokemon, build them. They're gonna, there's gonna be crazy high demand day 1 through 4 of the Halloween event for good IV Pokemon and for raid ready mons, and because people are gonna be like, oh shit, the Halloween event in Pokemon, I love that. I played PokeMMO 4 years ago. Let me hop on. Oh shit, I didn't prepare anything. I've never done this before. I don't have a pumpkin team. I don't have a raid team. Well, raids are still new to me in Pokemon. I've never played before, or haven't played in 4 years, and I have some Pokeyen from when I played years ago, or I can credit card swipe or whatever. You know what, I'm just gonna spend my money, or I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna buy raid mons outright because I want to be able to do the pumpkin fight, yada yada, right? That happens a ton days 1 through 4. So you want to sell those. Stock, if you're doing the PVM investment, stock up on PVM Pokemon, EV train them, XP train them, get them ready. You want to sell. You can sell just good IV mons during events. That does happen to some, but like you really want the people want to skip the wait. People who are buying Pokemon during the event season, they don't really want to buy breeders, breed them up, EV train, XP train. No. They want to spend their money and they want to skip all the time. They want to get into the action. They want to get into the pumpkin mini bosses, the pumpkin fight, whatever it may be. So having raid ready Pokemon and EV train, XP train Pokemon could be a good investment. You never know it. They could be, maybe so many people prepare this year to where the demand isn't there and there's too much supply. You have too many people prepared. So it's not a guaranteed good investment. Nothing ever is, but it's possible you can make some really good money on that. We'll have to see what happens. If you have some EV trained Jinxes if you have some like dry stin Jinxes sitting around, you could just go EV train them. I think that could be like some really good, possibly potentially extra amazing Pokeyen, but it depends on how many. A lot of people have stocked up on alpha Jinxes with the potential of alpha Suicune raid coming back, where if you don't know, dry stin Jinx, hidden ability access Jinx was meta during the Suicune raid, which nobody expected last year, and alpha Jinxes went from like 4k up to like, weren't they like 40k at their maybe even more at their peak? Like, it's crazy that any alpha Jinx went from 4k to 40k at 10 times. Let's do some math for reference, just to show you an idea of how good PvP investments can be, but they also can go down or do nothing, so it's a risk, right? But let's say you bought 100 alpha Jinxes. I think Epoch bought 100 alpha Jinxes like this year, for example, at 4k a piece, right? Let's you know what, let's say 6k a piece average. That's 600k, right? Let's say, so 100, now you have 100. Let's say there was 6,000 a piece to buy. That's how much they cost. Now they're a little bit more, but that's how much they cost back then. Now let's do the 100. If you sell them for, let's say you sell them for 38k. We're like, you know, I'd rather be generous than what's called, right? So you turned 600k into 3.8 mil. That is the power of investments. Like, you made a 3.2 mil profit just by putting some money. It's insane. You can make insane percentages and insane Pokeyen on really good investments, but it's hard to do, obviously. That's why not everybody does it, you know? Or Alpha Roamer. Yeah, maybe we'll see Alpha Raikou this year, right? Maybe some Lightning Rod Pokemon will be really fucking good this year, right? You know? Yeah, I think we'll get another Alpha Roamer. Yeah, maybe we get like Alpha Raikou or some shit, right? And maybe that makes, I don't know what hidden ability has. Maybe Alpha Raikou makes some like Lightning Rod Pokemon like super good. Is there any like, that's not hidden ability, but like maybe some maybe Rhyperiors become, I could totally see Rhyperiors becoming meta. Like Lightning Rod, like Lightning Rod's a really good raid ability actually. Because it doesn't draw in, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Lightning Rod, there's one of them that draws in the electric type attacks where like if the mon tries to use like Thunderbolt against your teammate's Osmoril or some shit, you can like draw that in with Rod. Am I incorrect? That's like really good. Like that's really so like Lightning Rod mons have a lot of potential in raids. We haven't really seen them pop off yet, but there's some really insane potential there for sure, in my opinion. In a buzz raid? Yeah. Yep. There you go. There you go, man. Good question. Good points. What was this clip? Just me yapping as per usual. Yapping up a storm. All right, those berries picked. I don't replant immediately. I mean, give me more. Hey, good luck to you, man. I hope I'll say the same thing that I say to everybody, unfortunately, Oxy. I hope that if you aren't client tampering, like I hope you get unbanned as soon as possible, and maybe even like maybe it was a false ban. I hope you get, you know, a 7-day donor status for free or some shit. And if you are, you know, breaking the rules, I hope you stay banned or, you know, get your proper punishment. I'm sorry that either way, like it sucks. Like you know, it still hurts emotionally. Good, best of luck to you, man. Like either, you know. Words of Raikou way back with the patch. In order to increase the berry, do something for Phoebus other than Pokeblocks. Not to my knowledge. Do you have to? Are you doing like Pokeblocks on an Ironman account? Because I have no idea how that works. I have no idea. Oh goodness, it's probably a nightmare to evolve Phoebus on an Ironman account, isn't it? How do you get Pokeblocks? I didn't even think about that. Just one Pokeblock plus. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought, but that is, you have to you gotta like be deep into berry farming. Yes, yeah, Iron. Yeah, let me try to. I think I tried to invite you before Iron Oscar, but it didn't work. Okay, that worked, I think. Hopefully I got you. Let's see. I think that hopefully if you're in game, I think that's sent. If you could. Yeah, just buy. There you go. Nice. Gotcha. Just buy Pokeblock from the GTL. Thank you so much. Of course, dude. Thanks for playing an Ironman account. Like that, you know, that it does feel really cool. Like I really like right now. A little Stanler. Okay. And you don't see that every day. I'm going to sneeze. Watch out, chat. Okay, we're chilling. You dodge, right? Okay. I do like that the Iron Man community right now is like small enough to where we can just invite like any Iron Man, and if you want to join. There are a lot of Iron Men that aren't in the team, obviously, but got it all over me. Oh geez, I dodged. Thank God. Thank Arceus. Bless you. Thank you. Bro. ... How you gonna bro me after the Sneezerino, dude? Come on. PAWNIARD event is at 1:20, guys. Really good. It's a really good event. 3 wiki berries, right? Wait, what for? Most ethical way to play PokeMMO. What makes Iron Man more ethical than a main account? That is funny. Classic, hope you get banned. I think I responded in the most like neutral. Not to like. Maybe you're just memeing Oxy, so I'm taking it too seriously. I literally said, hey, I hope you get a 7-day donor status if you were falsely banned and get unbanned, right? So maybe you're just memeing. I'm not trying to like take it too seriously, but if you are serious, that sucks. But if you're memeing, I get it. I hope, I hope just whatever. Whenever someone says I got banned and I'm innocent, the problem is that it's possible you are, but it's also possible you aren't. I just don't know. I can't trust everybody that says, oh yeah, I'm innocent. I can't do that. It would be really irresponsible for me as the head of PokeMMO and as a person, in my opinion. Even if I wasn't a content creator, I feel like I'd probably still respond the same way. It's one of those tough situations where like you want to emotionally support someone and be there for them, but also not enable if they are if they are. A lot of people are delusional. Not that this is you at all. I'm not. Oh, there's a lot of delusional people in the world right now, like more than ever, where like you could show them the most obvious evidence of them being guilty of something, and they will. And it comes from a good place, but it's still sad that it's true. It's usually people who care about others so much. When you care about others, it's either you care about others or yourself. It's one or the other. You're either. This happens when you are super empathetic, or super unempathetic and like super narcissistic, right? Joshua for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you for the 5 gifted, dude. Head of PokeMMO. Sorry, the visual, like people think of me when they think of PokeMMO in the English speaking community, kind of like not the. It's something you have to acknowledge. I wish it wasn't the. I shouldn't say I wish it wasn't the case. That's not true. That's virtue signaling. I do like it. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot. Yeah. Something I factor in. There's a response. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, even if you don't want the great power, sometimes you have to tank the great power, or it's whatever. Anyways, oh, I did mean to do a clip on this before on the Iron Man account. I did catch an alpha Luxray off camera. I was just chilling, watching some movies last night with the wife. I saw an alpha spawn, hopped in the laptop, and went and caught it. So nothing crazy, but a 2x31 attack and speed field egg group breeder on a Luxray. I might even just keep this, like, but it's naughty nature. I might even just EV train this and keep this as a potentially physical electric type for upcoming raids. This is a perfect PVM Pokemon. Like, perfect. You know what? I'm actually going to move it into my training box because of that. It's a perfect PVM Pokemon. If we need more physical electric types, there's not that many physical electric. It's perfect for that. I also caught 3 Pheno Pokemon. I named them Pheno 1, Pheno 2, and Pheno 3. And that's important because I do need to be passively catching more Phenos to get myself mysterious gem clusters prior to event season. These are really important. Getting gem clusters for the gems, which you turn into. You use these alongside an item. Let me find my black glasses, right? And turn these into like power gems, and these are used for hidden ability access as well as a consumable item often used in PVM. The power gems are like really good in PVM, so having these is really important to be able to turn these into the gems that I need, or into the gems, yeah, on the fly. So I do want to be farming those a bit more passively, and you get those from when you catch Phenos. And also one of the Phenos I caught was 2x31, which is really, yeah, sorry, thank you, hidden power. I did misspeak. Thank you, Coke Knife in Twitch chat. Hidden power gems help you change your hidden power type, not your hidden ability. How many gems you need, it depends on the type of gem, and it depends on a lot of things, right? There's not really I don't have a great answer for that, unfortunately. I would like to aim for maybe like 20 or so before event season. That would give me like 200, I think, mysterious gems. That's pretty good. But I also caught a 2x31 Lapras, which is cool. There you go. So that's the quick off-camera update. I'm gonna go prep for my Jimmy run. What's up, Blaze? I have to do my Jimmy run fast is the problem. I thought I recognized your name, Blaze, but I wasn't for sure. Yeah, 40. Yeah, my apologies. Hidden power, not hidden ability. No, gym clusters are especially on an Ironman account, especially. Gym clusters are great, dude. What's up, research? Let me grab this and then I don't have a whole lot to XP train right now is my problem. I guess this, but even that is like, I don't really need that right now. I probably just level something like my 9 tails to like 100. Like 8 minutes. I don't really care. I respect it, Mist. I don't care for that. I'd rather just go to the Pheno calls. I respect if those who want to do that, but that feels like overkill to me versus just going to the Pheno calls. My Discord. We got a Pokemon flex. Whisper me in game whenever possible. I can't accept your... I don't accept any... The only person on my friends list on this account is Eboja, and that's part of the... My wife, that's part of the meme. Oxy, you know what? Once again, much love to you either way. And I get that. The problem is this is not the place to discuss that, dude. I understand your frustration. I would go, make a support request, make a support ticket, and try to get an answer, try to talk to them. I can't, I respect your frustration, and I want you to know, like, I get it. You have every right to be frustrated. I get it. If you are innocent, I get it. But this is not the proper place, man. I'm sorry. Nice dark ride, dude. Nice. Well, Patrouski, what's up, Coco? That is hugely helpful, Cody. Thank you so much. All right, our Jimmy run is going to begin here because I need it desperately, dude. You might have noticed. My Pokeyen stack. Oh, I didn't even show you my berries. Wait a minute. I didn't even show you the haul of the berry run. Oh, fuck, God damn it. I had 239 Leppas, I think, and then a few more chisels. Probably show you guys that at the end of the run, maybe. But, dude, I went from like 3.1, 3.2, like 3 million-ish Pokeyen down to 1.8 mil. I spent so much Pokeyen recently on berry farming and on breeds, and even though I spent so much on breeds, I still don't even have as much space as I would like in my boxes, which is what's so crazy. We're doing another catch event today, so we're gonna be adding some more Pokemon to the pile, dude. I can never get through it. I'm also gonna be, I didn't turn I'm out of it today, man. I also didn't even turn on my XP reamplifier. I'm going to enable that here in a quick sec. And XP train my Ninetales, getting my Ninetales up to level 100, just such a crucial Pokemon in PVM. You got to have that thing at level 100. I think it's one of the more important ones. I don't even know if it'll be that relevant, but it'll be important. This should be Jimmy run number 68. We did 6-7 the other day, so I'm gonna also make sure to change that name after this fight. A lot of things to do today. On that crunch time for the event, dude. What is ready for the event? I talked about that in my preparation guide, Flipper. Like my personal strat, depends. How do I explain? Like, it depends on. I think like what I'll do step by step probably depends on how the event releases. We have to wait and see. That's the. But I've everything like. If you want to see how to do everything, I have guides on it on my channel. I have a beginner prep guide released yesterday. I have a full event preparation guide on my channel. Ooh, anyone share? Dude, congrats, JRI. Hell yeah, man. Jimmy run 6-7 plus 1. Yes, technically that is true. Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, I love the idea of having a before and after clip. That is cool. A before and after clip, Patil. Before and after event. I mean, hopefully that'll just be very, very visually clear, but. So right, 69. I feel like Jimmy run 67 will be celebrated more than 60. Maybe, I don't know, my community's a bit older though. Maybe they do prefer the, I don't know. Oh, my mistake, Flipper. My bad then. Dude, okay. Hey, Flipper, my apologies. I'm so Halloween event coded right now. I'm so my brain is overtaken by the holidays. My apologies, dude. Okay. Catch event strategy. Really lame fucking answer. I also don't know yet. I will calc catches and catch rates after my Jimmy run, and I'll show you guys in live time what my strategy is. But I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Am I unk? Yes. That's how you know we're unk. Is like 67 is way more hype right now than 69. It is. I don't know. Now, I don't know if it'll last. I don't think 67 has the longevity the way 69 does. Once again, I'll say it. What it made me really understand the 6-7 meme is it's the current generation's equivalent of 1738. 1738, like that, like it's just a number that is said in a song that's being referenced that sounds fun. That's it, right? And that makes me get it. That honestly, like I get it, you know. Someone else explained it to me like that, and I was like, holy shit. I don't get that either. Okay, you're like Omega Unk. You're cooked. I don't know what to. When were you last in high school, bro? The fucking 90s? Like 2006? Like what? I love you. I was so mean, actually, Clark. I love you so much. 2006? No way. I was memeing. No way you were actually in high school. No way that's true. There's no shot. There's no way. To be fair, I'm almost 10 years out of high school, which makes me fucking cringe a little bit. That is kind of crazy. I'm almost 10 years out of high school. That's in 06. I was joking. That's crazy. There's NFL players who were born in 06, Clarko. If to make you... That's... Why am I doing this to you? That's so mean. Clarko, you need to do this to me in like 10 years. Yeah. That, dude... That is one of the most fucked up things of getting older, is when you see like really successful people who are like 19 and you're like, fuck dude, I'm 27 and this is my life. Like, but that's, hey, comparison's the thief of joy. Okay, we gotta stop melting our brains. Okay, everybody's on a different path. Everybody, you know, that may be their peak at 19. Maybe your peak's at 42. Maybe you'll become an actor at fucking 51. Okay, that's what a lot of other people, you know, I don't know, dude. Like, everybody's on a different path, different pacing. Don't let, I'm memeing a little bit, but don't let, you know, other people's success it should be a positive. Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, it's cool that Timothy Chalamet is fucking being Marty Supreme, dude. Hell yeah, man. Hard. Giga chat. Over at everything. You're low-key pretty mean. I think that's fair. Low-key pretty meme. Pat peaked in middle school. Middle school was fucking awful. I for sure did not peak in middle school. I think I peaked at like, no, fuck it. Fuck the doomer mindset. I'm peaking every year, baby. Every year is a new peak for me. Giga Chad. Part of me believes that. What's up, sweetie? Just got an air kiss from the wife. I'm peaking every day, bro. Every day is a better one. Tomorrow I'll get 2 air kisses. Mwah mwah. We're chilling, dude. 2006? Yeah, true. Okay, Clarko. This is why. Nah, I'm not. Never mind. Bro, that is actually the hopium that we need. Colonel Sanders didn't create KFC until he was 62, and that's the best shit ever, dude. An hour and a half, dude. Much love to you, Oxy. But Mega Bonk, that game's, it's like $8. That game's pretty good. Oof, that's tough, Stutter. You're walking on sunshine. Ooh, rage bait. True, Ooshu. Rage bait is so 2024. We need joy bait. That's what I'm fucking talking about, though. You were in that movie Monster House. Oh fuck! Don't get me. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. Could be worse. It could be worse. I need to watch. I don't think I've ever seen Monster House all the way through. We should watch Monster House soon. I did. I haven't played it. Team Knuckle, I have no idea. I've seen people play it. I've seen NL play. I have no idea. I'm not gonna comment. I haven't played it myself. Speaking of Teak Knuckle, thank you for the T Knuckle. Is it Teak or T? Now thank you for the prime, dude. Either way, it's Knuckle. I appreciate it, dude. Fair, yeah. an example of joy bait. It's like those guys who are like, excuse me, ma'am, you should be, I'm calling the police. You should be arrested. And then the old ladies go, the police don't arrest me. And then they go, for looking so beautiful, it should be illegal. Oh my God. That's joy bait. There you go. That's the best example. 51 months? 51 months? Have you been subbed to me? What's the math on that? 51 divided by 12. Have you been subbed to me longer than we've been in a relationship? No. That would be sick. Damn, you're kind of fake for that. My wife didn't. You've been subbed to me for 4.25 years. You didn't sub to me for the first 70.75 of our relationship. That's fucked up, bro. It would probably be worse if you were subbed to me before the relationship. That means I groomed the viewer. So that would probably be... It would probably be worse. That'd be a top of page. What's it called? Live stream fails, top page. Okay, don't. I'm glad the mic doesn't pick that up. Shut up. Gotta fill the guy out? Oh yeah, fair. Sleep on the couch tonight? I've never slept on the couch out of punishment. Try to think. I don't think so. Who just sub? Hope Daddy? Thank you for the sub, Hope Daddy. Honestly, the only... Okay, that's fucked up. How does Clarko know that reference? That might be the guiltiest I've ever felt in our whole relationship. There was one time where... So me and my wife used to live... We were dating. We used to live an hour apart for a long time. And she would travel back and... We'd travel back and forth a lot. And, there was a night where I was having a bad mental health night. I was just not, I was fine, but I was feeling really bad. I was, you know, going through the sad boy night, whatever, you know, whatever. And I was like, don't worry about it. Like, I'm fine, sweetie. Like, don't, she was like, should I come over? Like, no, don't come over. Don't, you know, that's ridiculous, but I'm just having a rough night. It'll be okay. I'll see you in the morning, blah, blah, blah. Right. And she came over without telling me. So she drove an hour, came over without telling me, and I went to bed. And she's parked outside of my apartment. The door's locked. She said that she came over and knocked on my window because I was on the ground floor. So she knocked on my window outside my room and I didn't hear it. And she fucking, my girlfriend at the time of like 2 years. This must have been 1 or 2 years. It must have not even 1 or 2 years. You could have just drove home, but you didn't want, it would have been like a lot. It would have been like 2 hours away. She slept in her car. She fucking slept in her car until the next morning. Dude, and yeah, that was fucking, I felt so bad. It was also cold. It was also like fucking 19 degrees out. You put the heat on in your car. But you like, that was crazy. That was insane. Keep her forever, man? Yeah, now we're married, bro. Okay, why you gotta, Cody, why you gotta, how you gotta turn that into that? That's crazy. You should marry that girl, damn. That's a good idea. Wait a minute. That's a good idea. I should get down on one knee or something. That's a good idea. It's not a bad idea right there, fellas. Sounds like a simp. That is true. You're allowed to simp for your life partner. That's lifelong. Like, that's okay. Miss Ricard. I gotta get a Pat Ricard. I need like every jersey. The problem is I don't have any modern day. I don't even have. I used to have like a Ray Lewis jersey growing up, but now I'm you know, I don't even own it anymore. It was like I beat it. I used to have a Willis McGahee jersey as well. Those are probably lost. I think my mom probably like gave those to Goodwill or some shit. I could never fit it, you know. Let me not go here. McGahee was underrated, dude. Lucky I never got a Ray Rice jersey. That would have been that would have been a rough. Oof. I had McGahee and Lewis. I never had a Flacco jersey, I don't think. I might have. My aunt had a Flacco jersey. My first jersey. That's a tough one as a kid as well. Damn, Ray Rice was so good. It's so, anyways. Got jersey when? Fuck. What are you gonna be with Halloween? It's a secret. I do have one part of my, I have to go thrift another part of my costume. I have one part. It's like a 2-part costume. It doesn't like need. I have my costume planned. I think it's just like two, maybe I could like the basketball. Like it's like a 2 or 3 part costume that I already have two of the parts probably. Am I missing anything? I could get a buzz cut. I could get a buzz cut for my costume and just go all out. We're not even joking. My wife was like, no, don't. I don't think I look good with a buzz cut. I had a buzz cut when I was in like 3rd grade. My hair is too long right now, to be fair. I need a haircut, but this looks too goofy. Dude, Ray Lewis was just so Miami Hurricanes fan. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed were just fucking built different. It's insane that the Ravens had probably the best middle linebacker, probably one of the best like leaders of a team, and the best safety to ever play at the same time is insane. Anime villain hairline. I have a bit like a pretty strong widow's peak, which makes it got a pretty strong widow's peak. It even like so look at this. Like dude, I got some spikes. My shit comes out. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, my wife of 5 years is like, huh? I've never really realized that. My shit comes out, bro. It's a widow's peak. I think I look like the fucking kid from the Addams Family. It's part of the widow's peak. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's part of it. I remember. I'm sorry. No, don't you dare. My wife is saying that you were a bio major, okay? Which is fair. My bio teacher was like, anybody have a widow's peak in here? And I like raised my hand, and she was like, do you? She didn't even know because I was my hair like I had the emo haircut. My hair was like going down in high school, and I remember like lifting my hair in front of the class, and she was like, oh shit, you do have a huge widow's peak. And she talked about this is part of it. The side is like a huge part of the widow's peak. You don't really have a widow's peak. You kind of do. You don't have a huge. You have a little bit of a. You got more of a cowlick than a widow's peak, in my opinion. You have a. My shit is like the sides are really severe. Well, cowlicks are awesome. Okay. Yeah, let me find the Addams Family kid widow's peak. Don't you have the new? I didn't see this kid. Yo. Oh, it's not. It's the Munsters, not the Addams. My bad. I used to always get I look like this kid. People always said I kind of do. I hate how accurate. I hate that it's like it might be more accurate than ever. I also have really like big bushy eyebrows. It's the Munsters, not the. Cool. Look at the top left. Coolmenshair.com. That's crazy. That's insane. There's another. This is a black and white TV show. Oh, but this kid kind of has the like the side hair curls that you have, sweetie. Look at this is literally our kid would look like this. He has like the side tail curls that you have, and then my widow, dude. This is how our kid would look, unironically. What do you mean that's why we can't procreate? He would look fucking awesome. Our kid would look cool as hell, dude. Our kid would look like he's wearing a Halloween costume year round. That's good, man. A striking look is a good thing. It is good. But he'd also be like 7 feet tall. He'd be imagine a person 7 feet tall that looks like that, like coming at you. He would dominate every sport, bro. His brain would be broke. His brain would be destroyed. For sure. But if he makes it through, he would be a hero. Got that Vegeta hairline. Yeah, it's the Vegeta has a widow's peak. I have the Vegeta hairline. And the Munster kid. We both do. Unironically. On our altar right now. On the Iron Man, 968 hours. On Cool Duder, I have like 500 or 600. And then maybe a few other tens of hours over other accounts. Or 75% charms with Emily coins. It's just math. You have to calculate. It depends on your run. It's a boring answer, but you got to calc the math on your run. There's a PokeMMO hub, I believe. There's like websites you can use to calc it. I think you look more happy. I appreciate that. I'll take that. Kid, yeah, the Munster kid is kind of Kid Vegeta. That is true. We crank these. These are kind of quiet. Going away on Sunday. Yo. A widow's peak is a V-shaped on the left, to the center of the forehead. Is it all? But it's also the other parts. I'm like, pretty widow's peak definition. It also has to like. Okay, you do have a widow's peak. I was fronting, I'll be honest. Usually the sides also peek out. Maybe I'm wrong. What is it called when your hair looks like the Munster kid? Also, wow, the kid that played Eddie Munster was named Butch Patrick. His last name's my first dude. Welcome back. Hey, close enough. Welcome back, Eddie Munster. Me when I was born. Imagine a 6'4" third grader with a widow's peak in a lunchbox, absolutely busting out the seams with chicken tendies. That would go crazy. He's got a big pack of barbecue sauce. Recessed, so the tops and the sides just a bit there. When your hairline is recessed. Okay, chill. My hair would never be recessed. Wait a minute. I guess it technically, right? But shut up. Widow's Peak 2.0. Okay. I will never lose my hair. Chat can hate on it, but I will literally. Every person on both sides of my family has literally like 96 years old with slicked back silver hair. It does thin over time, to be fair. But I'm never losing my hair. There's no way. Watch me lose it now. I will gray early. I already have a few, like I have a few grays. I will gray early. I probably had my first gray hair when I was like 22. Oh, you're leaving? Oh, fuck. I'll probably be like mostly grayed at like 45. Like most of my hair will be like grayed, which I'll look good gray, so I'm not worried about it. I wouldn't say I have the perfect hairline. That's very sweet. My hair is a lot. It's very thick. I forgot to ask for thinning shears when I was last at the barber, and I think it's affecting me a lot. Really impacting my mood. I need those thinning shears, bro. Any barbers in chat? I need some barbers in chat. The biggest goal as a streamer is to get someone of every profession in your community. It's literally the best thing. See you, sweetie. Have a good day. I'm your mama's barber. Okay. Good one. What, my wife just laughed at that from across the apartment? Like laughed out loud. Like cackled at I'm your mama's barber. I can be the blunt. We might have a lot of those cards. We might have too many professional PokeMMO players. I work in construction. Unironically, like I might need to be like, yo, what fucking beam should I use? That's really good, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you for your fucking work, dude. Professional bellend is what I we might have an oversupply of professional bellends. I got you for electric. Talk about the best fucking professions. We got those electricians, engineers, construction kings, plumbers. The best professions to have in chat. We have at least one accountant. Do you need more unemployed people in your community? Always. People think I'm memeing, but I really mean this. Unemployed people, and I mean this with no offense, okay? Unemployed people are kind of like military people, where it's 50-50. You are literally either the best person in the world or I don't want to say worst, but like maybe the worst. Am I wrong? It's like I think military people and unemployed people are very similar. They're either like really amazing, like really chill, very like wise, or they're like unhinged, angry. Like it's twin flip, you know? It's one or the other. Some of my most amazing friends I've met are in the military, and then some of the craziest, angriest people that like, you know, like it's coin flip, dude. And then same with unemployed. Like I love neats. Dude, I've been a neat. Being a neat was one of the best times of my life. I'll be honest, bro. Appreciate it while you can. I think neats have the potential to be some of the greatest humans. They literally sit there all day. If you're a neat, all of your time is spent like doing whatever you want to do within reason. You don't have a lot of money to go, you know, out and do, but you're just sitting there like fucking meditating. You're sitting there like and bettering yourself. You could, or you could be sitting there rage baiting people on the internet. So like it depends how you use your time, but it's coin flip, you know. Able crowd. I loved my neat arc in my life. Once again, going through my neat arc, I was like, everybody should have this. Like I literally, what's a neat? Not in employment, education, or training. It basically means you're unemployed, but also like not in school, like not, you know, it means you're sitting home. Either from maybe you're getting government paychecks, which I fucking hell yeah, please. I pay my taxes so that people who fucking either can't work or fucking need a please take it. I literally want you to have a break. If my tax dollars go towards anything, it is please. I wish every person could have like 1 to 2 years of being a neat. I actually think it is one of the most important experiences to have 1 to 2 years of your life to just not have to worry about work, not have to worry about school, and just sit and you will be such a better person. You will ground yourself. You will actually figure out your like true passions. You'll have a plan. You'll have a true plan for your life, and like you won't just go to college, have a wife, have kids because it's the thing to do. So, you know, for a lot of people, that is your passion. So I'm not trying to like discredit that lifestyle. It's an awesome lifestyle. But it's not for everybody, you know. Yeah, dude, I love neats. Okay, I love neats, dude. Oof, it's a nightmare. Yeah, I'm really fortunate to not be applying to jobs. Applying to jobs is literally the worst part. I think applying to jobs is the worst part about working. I never minded working that much. What was horrid was applying to jobs. Unironically, I hope so. Your tax dollars are unemployed Pokemon players. That's the dream. That might be the best place my tax dollars can go. Like, please, dude. Dude, I don't know. I love the unemployed. I like that. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about everybody. If I can work so other people don't have to, not working is so much better. I'm sorry, but I'll be honest. As someone who not working is so much better. If you can do it, I literally, you know. Now, if you can like follow your passion, like I'm lucky, like I'm able to, you know, if you can like turn your passion into work, hell yeah, you know, hell yeah, based. But dude, it's hard to apply to a job than do the job. 1,000,000 trillion thousand. It's so sad that it's true. Yeah. If you're in school, you're not even a neat. You're neat. You're stolen valor, Gemini. If you're in school, you're just working hard, Kane. Stolen valor. I love neats, bro. Feel guilty about it. That is the if you're like a neat, but if you're just unemployed, but you're actively like looking for employment, I don't even know if I would call that a neat, because like the stress of like, fuck, I need a job. You can't actually pursue anything. You can't actually like, you know, that's tough. And the worst thing, it depends on the if you're like unemployed and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to pay rent in 3 months. That's not the neat that I'm talking about, you know. Not many people can be neats, which is what, you know. Let's all be neats. I'll try my best to support it, bro. Unemployees rise. I love it, man. It depends, obviously, but feel guilty about it. Then if you're financially safe, that's honestly, I would just think on it, because like that's a perfect like thing to think through during your neatdom, Clarko, and maybe figure out like, how do I phrase this? Like, if you're a neat, it's the perfect time to think through all your emotions and think through like, why do I feel anxious, or why do I feel guilty, and maybe overcome them, you know. Go to school for something, yeah, technically, yeah, that's fair. I'm a wage cut. Okay, wait a minute, much love to you. Lorena, hell yeah, Big J, what's up, dude? But imagine the Gathering packs. Yeah, when you're a NEET, you usually don't have a whole lot of funds for things, and that's that you don't really have like any fun spending. You know, that's like the trade-off generally. Timers are basically free, dude. It's Alice A. It is underestimated. One of the happiest times in my life was when I was making like $700, $800 a month, spending $550 on rent, 180 to 200 on food, and I just did that, and I spent all my fucking time playing RuneScape and like streaming a little bit, and whenever I wanted to only, and like it was amazing. That was like one of the best times of my life, unironically. I feel like I learned so much about myself. I feel like I always say like I grounded my axioms, is like the pretentious philosophy meme, and I really feel like, yeah, I just feel like I reformatted my brain, because my brain was fucked. It was really good, man. I wish everybody a few years of neatdom. That's the goal. Give people time to think. Humans need a lot of time to processing. Humans need a lot of time to process, and we like almost never get that, because you're not afforded that in society. You know, you got to go to school, you got to go to work, you got to get a job, you got to go. Just to support yourself is so hard and takes so much time. It takes so much time to support yourself. And then when you do support yourself, you get trapped into the like, oh, I worked so hard to support myself, therefore I should spend money on fun stuff. Whereas like if you're not making a lot of money, if you're not working that hard, you're like, I don't mind not spending money on fun stuff, and I just enjoy like my free time, you know, valued free time or whatever. I think I talked about this a few, like either last stream or a few streams ago, but this is honestly, I came to this like mini epiphany. I feel like this is a really important thought process to keep in mind. In your mid 20s and in your young 20s, I'm guilty of this. I take a lot of pride in how many hours I work, right? So I think working hard is really important, and my work ethic is really high, you know, yada yada yada, right? Luckily, right? But I feel like in our mid 20s and our young 20s, we brag about how many hours we work, right? Because that means, oh, you're getting paid, you're working really hard, you're building your career, which is probably what you should be doing. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's probably what you should be doing in your 20s, right? Is working really hard, working a lot of hours, yada yada. But it depends, I don't know, per person. So in our 20s, we brag about how many hours we worked. We want to work as many hours as possible. And then I feel like, I could be wrong, what do I know? I feel like in your 40s, you brag about how few hours you work. Like, yo guys, I only worked 30 hours this week, and yet I'm still able to pay my mortgage. I spent so much time with my family, so much time with my kids this week. Like, it's really interesting how it kind of flips, you know? I think it's really, I think it's interesting. It's an important reminder of like, work isn't everything. It's okay if it's everything for a little bit. I think that's also important to encourage. I think it's tough. Your 20s are hard, man. It's just, they're really busy. They're really fun. You're young, but they're really busy. Your 20s are probably the most overwhelming years, I would guess. I could be wrong. To my first one. Also, where is it? It's in all the details, Luke, are in the, should be first thing in the YouTube description. In the YouTube stream description, the first link should be a oh, what's it called? Everyone quit. The problem is like, you're expected to do everything in your 20s. That's what's so hard about it, Big J, is like, oh, you're in your 20s, therefore your body's super young. You're supposed to drink as much, you know, party as much as possible, take advantage of that. Also, though, get jacked, because it's way harder to get jacked and get physically healthy. So you're supposed to fucking drink 10 beers a night, go to the gym the next day for 6 hours. Also, build your own business. Now's the best time to do that. Make $100K a year. Also, find true love. You know, easy peasy. Also, go to college, finish college. Also, start your own business. Entrepreneurship is really cool. Also, work your way up at your dad's firm. Also, oh, buy a house. The house, you know, the house market's, you know, you can't do everything. Oh, like it's fucking insane. Like, it's crazy. Like, you cannot do everything. Like, in your 20s, you're expected to do everything, and it's so insane. Like, you just can't. Like, you also travel while you're in your 20s, because, you know, it's only gonna get harder. Like, dude, it's crazy, dude. Right? Himself a little bit. Being in your 20s feels really hard, but also really fun. That's what I would say. I feel like your 30s are your chill arc. It's chill. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Also chase your dreams. Like, play a bunch of video games. Like, you don't have time to do everything. You just don't, dude. Have kids and yeah, also start your Roth IRA. Like, bro, buy insurance, like buy house insurance, health insurance, car insurance, your mom insurance, life insurance. Like, holy shit, being in your 20s is really hard, dude. It's really hard, man. Also, go to sports games with friends, go to the bar. Like, what do you mean? How do you have time for all this? What are you talking about? It's so hard, dude. No, Luke, you're totally. Hopefully, I didn't come off as Luke. You should have checked the description for. No, it's not. No, you're perfect, dude. It's no worries. Hopefully, I didn't come off as. I think I do sometimes, which I understand. It's hard. Sometimes certain redirection is hard to give without coming off like a dick. It's, you know, it's one of those things. That's why sometimes it's better to not redirect. But I try to. That one I hopefully was worth it. But like, you know what I'm saying. I recently started traveling and going to Pokemon regionals. Yeah, I love traveling between Unova and Johto. Giga Chad, my favorite form of travel. No, but I know what you mean. Yeah, that's really fun, Alice. That's cool. I should go to more conventions. I just, my brain is like, when I think of traveling, as I get older, traveling does seem more interesting to me. For most of my life, I was like, traveling? You mean packing a bag? Having a fucking 6-hour car. I hate long car rides. Like long car ride. Arceus forbid a plane. I've never flown. I didn't go to fucking vacations like that growing. I don't have a passport. I didn't do that shit growing up. I think of like all the annoyances with booking a hotel. But as I get older, I'm like, I never for a long time I didn't feel like those annoyances were worth the trip. But as I get older, I kind of feel like it, you know. I always get memes on my feed where it's like, yeah, entry-level jobs, yet they require like 3 years of experience, and it's like, what are you talking about? It's entry level, dude. What are we doing? Why is it cooked? Oh, it's Spain? Hell yeah, dude. Good for you, man. I think I've never people always say they loved Spain, loved Italy. I feel like I don't know if I've ever heard a bad thing about Spain or Italy. Hey, what's up, Crocster? Dude, honored to hear it, dude. Much love to you, man. Thanks for joining in today for a quick sec. What's up, dude? What's that Pokeball tournament? Congrats to Wei Fang. Okay, a little OU tournament finishing up. Wanna stay home? I might be that's based and fair. Good for UP. I might be the opposite. I might be like stay home. I think I'm gonna be like a stay home and grind in my 20s and like a fucking chill in my 30s type beat. Which might include like, you know, yeah. So what the fuck? Ooh, good luck to you in the Giratina fight. The Giratina fight's weird. I remember being like really hard, like it being really hard and being really difficult. And then when I did the Where's it gonna rate it? I'm not a huge travel guy, but I've always wanted to go to France. Maybe not even Paris, but like arts. I would love to go to, the problem is, bro, my fucking big ass in France, holy sh, I'm gonna get the fucking sacre bleu American fucking mumbles. Which is gonna hurt my feelings, dude, you know? I'm a softie. That's gonna, hopefully I'll show them how polite Americans can be. Doesn't even pop up. Doesn't even pop up. Any details for the catch events should always be in the YouTube description, guys. If you're looking for the event details themselves, I think it'll say like today's event. I can also link it really quick though. There you go. Go to Montpellier in France, or okay. Yeah. Prefer Italy. I'm a dumb American who only knows English, but the most fun I've ever had learning a language was I learned a little bit of French in middle school. I took something called Flex, which was you learned 1/4 of, it was like an intro to foreign language class. You learned 1/4 of Latin, 1/4 of French, 1/4 of Spanish, and then like 1/4 of German. I forget what I always forget the fourth one. And then I took German in high school, but the problem is I took German in high school for a full year, but I probably showed up to that class like 5 times. So I was like I technically took German for a whole year, but I was like never in class. Base 10 languages known, 0 mastered. The problem is even that Flex was really, it was like a 6th grade like middle school class to like it's kind of genius, like see what language you might want to take in high school. I loved it. I thought it was really fun. Danke is thank you. Bitte is bitte thank you. Hello is hello. Hi. I know. Guten Tag. I know Guten Tag. I don't remember like any German. I know one French phrase, which is Comment t'appelles-tu? Je m'appelle Patrick, which I think is like, it's either how are you? My name is Patrick, or what's your name? My name is Patrick. I don't know which one. Comment t'appelles-tu? Je m'appelle Patrick. I was gonna pass one in the USA. I would say I don't know because I haven't done it, and I'm out of my depth. I don't know because me and my wife actually just started applying for our passports. It takes like 6 months. Or I don't know how hard it is. I don't know. Also, you'd have to like compare it to other countries. How long does it take in like other countries? You know, I have no idea. What's your name? That is, what's your name? Okay. French is a really beautiful language to me. I really like, it's the one language that stuck out to me. I was like, I really fucking, French seems cool, man. Not that I know it. I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna fucking front, but the problem is learning French isn't that, there's not a whole lot of utility to learning French in my life, unfortunately, even though I love the language. And you should be like, oh, but you should still just learn it because you like it. I agree, but I don't have a whole lot. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to enough. Use it in Canada. But even then, anybody who'd like, how many people in Canada know French but don't know English? It's very few, right? And only in certain like, niche regions. I could be wrong. What do I know? If I really wanted to learn the ultimate, if I want to do the full like pragmatic, yeah, it is annoying all the gender. Yeah, that is, yeah, true, Jerry. Why'd I say A? That's funny. If I wanted to go the full utilitarian route, the best languages to learn for me is probably fucking Mandarin for work, which is hilarious, but it's true. Learning like Chinese Mandarin would be amazing for work, and then maybe like Spanish after that. Everybody in the US always, my sister took Spanish. Everybody here took Spanish. I was not, no disrespect to the Spanish language, okay? I'm not trying to, you know, I don't know. I'd never got into Spanish. It was not for me. I probably wouldn't be that much into English either if I didn't learn it from birth. So like, you know, no disrespect. I don't mean that in like a, you know. Maybe it's my hipster gene. Maybe that's why I didn't like Spanish, because everybody else learned it, you know. And is it Quebec, I assume? Is it no, it's Quebec for sure, right? Quebec. Most prevalent here? Yeah, it's really relevant, yeah. Good utility language. How fast they talk. Kind of base though. That's true in I don't really know this, but I would assume that's true in like Mandarin as well, or like dude, have you seen fucking Chinese like Mandarin subtitles versus like, have you ever seen a Chinese anime versus Japanese anime? Holy, Chinese subtitles are so much faster. It's like they're like 3 times faster. It's actually crazy. If you ever watched like In the Mood for Love, the movie, right? They're Hispanic. I'm just white. I'm honored though. Thank you. I'm just white. You're not from Spain? I'm a mutt. I don't like I know I have a little bit of, I don't know my breakdown. Mandarin's crazy. Chinese subtitles are fucking hard to keep up with, man. Montreal is the spot. Canada seems chill as fuck. I have no beef with any American who has beef with Canada is red flag to me. They're literally chilling. What are you mad about? I feel like they're literally just hanging out, bro. Have you with Canada today? Is it because of like oh, the Blue Jays, right? Okay, Mariners versus Blue, that I can respect. Continental brothers. If there's anybody we should get along with, it's probably fucking Mexico and Canada. We probably should fucking hang out, dude. Work things out, bro. Be a big happy families fight, dude. Be a big happy family. It's still so fast. Dude, I get that. Well, do I get that? My parents aren't I'm like, yeah, my mom's Japanese. Yeah, I can relate to that. No, I fucking can't. What am I talking about? Is in the mood for love Cantonese. My apologies if that's good to know. Is in the mood for love. That makes sense because it's also set in like the 60s, right? So it makes total sense that it would be in Cantonese. Because that was like the older... That's the older language, right? Yes, it is Cantonese. Okay, my apologies. That's good to know. No, my cottony. Pat, you're Japanese. That is true. My true nationality comes out. I have a great fan base. That kind of based for like a popular, like consistently pretty decent team, at least over the past like 10 or 20 years. I could be wrong, to be fair. Yeah, I feel like the Blue Jays fan base kind of chilling compared to like the, if you're a Yankees or a Red Sox fan, no offense. I mean, some offense. Probably the worst. Like, probably the worst. What are the worst baseball fan bases? Yankees, Red Sox. What else? Just those two mostly. Those ones are the really, you know. Yeah, Yankee numbers are not close. How are the... I don't actually know. Dodgers? How are the Dodgers fan base? Phillies fans suck? Okay, wait a minute. Don't stay away from China. Gotcha. I appreciate that, doo-doo. You know, I appreciate that. Mets and Dodgers are bad as well. Are the Mets really that bad? I feel like one of the best fan bases, the Cubs. The Cubs, like, the Cubs chill as hell. Literally, like, ride through all the thick and thin. Yeah, like, Houston, the Astros. I know that was... So the Astros fan base... Aren't the Astros a pretty... Well, no, the Astros have been around for a while, haven't they? The problem is, were the Astros not good until, like, that whole cheating scandal meme and... I'm not the biggest... I love sports. I actually love baseball, but I'm not, like, up to date. So I always rely on my sports bros to keep it to date. Yo, Mage Laney, by the way. Laney, sorry if I butchered the name. Thank you for... Excuse me. Thank you for the Prime. I really hope the content has been helpful enough to warrant that above and beyond support, but thank you so much. I really fucking appreciate it. Catch event in 27 minutes, by the way. Handle / break the game. Fairy type mega. I think they'll definitely add fairy type if they add Gen 6, but I could be wrong. I have a video on this. If you look up everything we know about Gen 6, I have you know, my thoughts as well as the concrete evidence that we have about Gen 6. Megas are like one of the harder... Megas is like really hard to balance. Astro fans do have a lot of bad apples. That's tough. I feel like any bandwagon franchise... maybe the Astros are... maybe I'm wrong. I think of the Astros as a bandwagon franchise. Kind of like the Chiefs. Where like... You have two types. You have Astros fans that have actually been Astros fans for like fucking 30 years. And then you have the Astro fans who have been fans for like 5 years. And I feel like it's with the Chiefs. You have like... We have like at least one Chiefs fan in here who has been a Chiefs fan for like fucking 20, 30, 40 years. But then you also have a lot of Chiefs fans who are like Chiefs fans for the past like 5 or 10 years. Which like, I don't know. If you're a bandwagon fan in a sport that isn't your main sport or a sport you don't really care about them, I think that's actually fine. I'm trying to become more understanding and empathetic because I don't like... Because I'm a big like... You pick a team and you stick with it until the fuck... You know. But if you don't care about the sport that much, but you want to root for somebody, I get that. But you probably should say that. You probably should be like... Yeah, I just don't really care about sports that much, so I just like to root for who's fun at the moment. That's fine. And maybe who's fun isn't always who's winning. Like, maybe you're a huge, like, Commanders fan because Jaden Daniels is exciting. Like, or you're a huge, you know, Ravens fan because Lamar. Like, the Commanders are 3-3. But Jaden Daniels hella fun, you know? That's, like, valid. Eagles fan? Yeah. The 05. I could talk to old school. I really liked the not old school Eagles. This is like, you know, my old school to me. I loved Brian Westbrook, in my opinion, one of the most underrated running backs of all time. I fucking loved Brian. I would always do a fantasy draft and I would be the Ravens, and I would get like, I would be the Ravens, and I would get like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Michael Vick, and like Brian Westbrook would be like my main, like a lot of my main squad. Try to get Suggs if Terrell Suggs. Also, Brian Westbrook from Maryland, Pog, shout out. I didn't know that, so I'm not gonna go from my fucking Maryland King. That's like a dumb, arbitrary, but you know. Favorite players: Brian Dawkins. Even Eagles fans think this take is crazy, but I think Brian Dawkins was better than Polamalu. I think Dawkins was so underrated. I think he was a harder hitter than Polamalu. Polamalu was scrappier and could like... Polamalu was kind of an animal, which I kind of respect. He would fucking crawl on the ground. But so was Dawkins was like a... Polamalu was like a lemur. And Dawkins was like a fucking panther or some shit. Or something that like a rhino that fucking charges at you. Brian Dawkins was... God, he had some of the craziest hits. Brian Dawkins is a player that would get... I don't like... People go, oh, the current NFL is so soft, blah, blah, blah. We're just trying to fucking make things safer. Come on. And if you... you gotta, you know, be able to be charitable, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of Brian Dawkins hits that he might have been flagged for in the modern... That, like, just because he hit so hard. I don't even know if it, like... Yeah. On his side. Polamalu was... really smart. Polamalu was so, and like his timing was insane. I think why am I forgetting his names? I should know his name. James, Steelers defensive end. Who am I thinking of? Is it James Harrison? Is that who I'm thinking of? James Harrison? I think it's James. What am I thinking of? James Harrison. I think he was much better. I was way more scared of him than Polamalu. So I always think of him as a defensive end. He was a linebacker. He was so big. I think of him as a defensive end, but he was actually a linebacker. My mistake. He terrified me. James Harrison was a scary motherfucker. That, as a Ravens fan, I was way more scared of James Harrison than Polamalu. James Charles. Okay, come on. When James Charles lined up on the Steelers fucking defense, as a Ravens fan, struck some fear into me. That's actually sick. Anyways, Joey Porter. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. This is a name I really liked. I only know this guy because I drafted him a ton on Madden, and I loved this guy. I think he was a linebacker. I love this guy on Madden. I don't know if he was ever that. Shelton Quarles. This is kind of a deep cut. He was a Bucks player, but I loved this guy. Felt so good to play on Madden. Maybe like Madden 08 or Madden 06. I forget which one. He was getting a bit older. He whenever I drafted him, he would always like, retire the next year or like 2 years later. He was one of the best linebackers in Bucks history. I loved Shelton Quarles. He was a gamer, dude. Yeah, Lonely will be perfect for a Payday Meowth. Glad you asked. Absolutely. Joey Porter is familiar. That's a Steelers player, right? Yeah, I remember him vaguely. Not as much as I should. Kind of reminds me of like a Bart Scott type. But like I liked Bart Scott. And he was like solid at times, but not always amazing. Inconsistent perchance. I didn't know Bart Scott play. He's listed. I knew Bart Scott as a linebacker. This lists him as a linebacker and also a safety. Holy, what crazy two positions to play. Holy fuck. That is a huge, like, wow. Ryan Clark. Yeah, that's true. Ryan Clark was scary. Dude, hell yes, Cody. Spend some fun time with the wife. Much love to you, dude. Perfect. Catch event is in 20 minutes, fellas. The PAWNIARD event begins in 20 minutes. Jimmy run done in 7. This was crazy. Oh, gotcha. That's my thank you, P, for the gotcha. Thank you for the clarification. I want to yell at you, you're too handsome. That's very nice of you, Despin. I also just have beef. You know, I'm a Ravens fan, so I have beef with the Steelers. So, like, I should create more rage bait Steelers takes. What's a really good, like, rage bait? I mean, I could just say, like, oh, Mike Tomlin sucks, but that's just not... Mike Tomlin's great. Like, that, I think Mike Tomlin has carried the Steelers through some rough years. I'm going to calculate... I'm going to calc here in a sec. Rexar. Earl Thomas sounds familiar. I've done a video, you know, about the first team. Do I need to Blastoise for a select few? You don't need the... Like, the Blastoise team... Building the Blastoises is nice. In my updated Jimmy Run guide, I try to say it a ton. Blastoises only add like 2 gyms to the run. It's very minimal, like 2 to maybe 4 if you can do like certain routes. Like, but you don't need the like. I would start Jimmy running without the Blastoises, then maybe Sim is overrated. The problem is I kind of agree with that. I kind of do think Ben Roethlisberger was overrated, but he had the problem is like Ben had the numbers and like Ben on paper, Roethlisberger was a great quarterback. Watching Ben play felt like every time I watched him play, it felt like I was watching a rookie quarterback. He looked fucking confused and like he looked like he had never had a plan. That's gonna rage bait the Steelers fans, but I actually kind of mean it. But it fucking worked, so I don't know, dude. I just found Pokemon yesterday. Someone tell me I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna do that, but welcome. Happy to have you. What's up? Ooh, the real Steelers rage bait is saying like Terry Bradshaw was bad, or I've never seen him play a down in my life. that is that's some good rage bait. Terry Bradshaw, that guy stunk, dude. Literally know nothing. Never seen a single down. Never seen him throw a single ball. Also, it's so mean because he seems like a really nice guy. That's like too ragey rage bait. That's too mean of rage bait. Working for O2 I was born, I have a choice on the team. There you go, man. Broncos seems like a... Denver fan bases seem pretty cool. What are the other Denver teams? All Denver sports teams. Oh, I like the Nuggets. Well, they're good now. Is the problem I want to say. Colorado Rockies. I'm kind of neutral towards the Rockies. I don't really care personally. No disrespect. I love the Nuggets. I became a Nuggets fan because of NBA 2K13. They had Iguodala, Wilson Chandler. I used to really like. He was probably my favorite basketball player of all time, or one of them. I just really liked him. I can't even describe. I liked his build. I liked the way he felt to play. A lot of my sports picks are like, how did they feel to play in the video game? I know it's dumb, but it's, you know, that's the truth. I really liked the way, I really liked what Wilson, he could shoot threes in 2K. He could, you know, be a really good inside man. J.R. Smith. The problem is I'm not a diehard Nuggets fan, and I can't pretend to be a Nuggets fan because like now they're really good because of like, you know, Jokic and Aaron Gordon. I love Aaron Gordon. Like I do love the Nuggets. I love the Nuggets from afar type beat. I don't want to pretend to be like I like the Nuggets because I played the Nuggets every time on NBA 2K13, and I thought that was, you know, I like that was, you know, Ty Lawson. I almost didn't mention. I love Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony. AI is so I would say AI pushed the culture of basketball so amazingly, but like nobody was wearing like accessories. Nobody was like expressing their personality. And I feel like they felt like they couldn't until AI wore like some chains and just wore any fucking clothing at all that wasn't his jersey to the game. It's so important. And then but yeah, I don't want to pretend to be a fake. I'm not. Yeah, I love the Nuggets from afar, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be a huge Nuggets fan because I think it feels fake, you know. Yeah, unironically, I always liked the rainbow Nugget uniform. They also have like the little the Nuggets have some of the best uniforms. The rainbow one and the pickaxe one or whatever. Let me see if I can find it. I fucking love the Nuggets pickaxe. Does this still exist? Is this a thing? Like, this is awesome. Pickjersey.png show. Oh my god, it's so big. This jersey with the pickaxe and the golden nugget, like I really like the. I love that they're like after like they're named after golden nuggets. Like I don't know, I love the Nuggets, man. I love the Nuggets from afar. I'm not a diehard, you know, fake Nuggets fan, but I am. I mean, I kind of am. I love them from afar. The Nugget. There's a lot of people that probably are bandwagon Nuggets fans because they're really good right now, right? And I don't want to come off as that. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm a light Nuggets fan and a light White Sox fan. Those are my like affiliations. I really liked the White Sox when they in 2008. Once again, sports because of sports games. I go prep for the catch event though. I love the White Sox. They had Jim Thome, Paul Konerko on the same squad, two massive hitters. Jermaine Dye was really great. Joe Creedy, AJ Przinsky. They had on the mound, John Garland. I loved Bobby Jenks. Bobby Jenks, big chunky white guy throwing over 100 miles per hour. One of the few people throwing over 100 miles per hour. Like back in that era of, now it's obviously changed a lot. Everybody's throwing, but like back, most starting pitchers didn't throw. Mark Burley was cool. Most starting pitchers didn't throw 100 miles per hour back then. Like now, I forgot Bobby Jenks passed away this year. God damn it. Sorry, that's so sad. I love Bobby Jenks. He was a really big guy. He was a relief pitcher. He was a cool guy, dude. Anyways. Music paused. What the hell? I do, man. I love the Nuggets from afar, said the jealous vegetarian. Okay, based. Yeah, also the White Sox. And I can't even... The White Sox are like one of the worst teams in the league over the past few years. I'm a fan from afar. You know, I'm not even... I can't... When the White Sox become good again, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I suffered through the like... I haven't watched a full White Sox game in like fucking 15 years, 10 years, you know? Like what... I have certain teams that I'm a fan of from afar, like the White Sox and the Nuggets. I don't have time to watch everything. Sports take up so much time, and I respect it. I do. I don't have the time for it nowadays, based on my life, you know, whatever. I am a diehard Ravens fan. I try to watch every Ravens game. I do love the Ravens. Not every year, but like I really try. There's been certain years I'll take off, but like most of my life, I've watched almost every Ravens game. Okay, let me get prepped for this event. We're ending our Jimmy run with 2.1 million Pokeyen. That's actually pretty darn nice. And then our Ninetales with level 91. Really good progress there. I now just need to go ahead and get prepped for the PAWNIARD catch event in 11 minutes. Let me put all this away. We have to do a lot of it. I need to take a 5-minute stretch break would be really nice. Grab our catching mons. We're going to run some calculations. We're going to grab this. Grab this just in case. Maybe this. Synchronize we might need. Let's go see. Can we synchronize this event? Let's go PokeMMO Hub. Adamant is the synchronize. Gonna grab that. Can we really nest ball this event effectively? What can we do here? How many nest balls? Do I have any nest balls left? I don't even know if I fucking do. I have 0 nest balls. Holy shit. Okay. catch calc. Do you think Mew would be in the game? It depends on. I don't think Mew would be broken in PVM. I could be wrong. It comes down to PvP balance. With every legendary, you have to ask, like, how does it fit in PVM and how does it fit in PvP? If the answer, like, Mewtwo is a good example of, like, Mewtwo would be super unhealthy in Pokemon because if you're like, oh, I need a psychic type Pokemon for raids or any sort of PvP. Okay, Mewtwo, it would be the default, like, it's just so strong. It'd be the default go-to option. You never want to add something like that. That's why Zapdos is like kind of on the like brink of being. They're like, oh, you know, electric type attacker for raids or PvP. Zapdos is kind of too strong, honestly. But it's not like Zapdos is like really, really, really strong, but not like busted. Maybe slightly OP, slightly, but not busted, is what I would say. Change the nature of. That'd be pretty interesting. I don't know if that'd be a good... Maybe it would be fine if you could have like a versatile synchronized mon, but it consumes a lot of the nature herbs. Maybe that would be a good thing, I will say. And then also you have to have a Mew, you know? I could see that being interesting. I could see Mew working, but it depends on PvP. I think yeah, we're gonna here, one sec. I'm getting distracted. Let me one sec. Let me lock in for a quick sec, boys. All right, it is catch calc time. Let me do like PAWNIARD. Hello? PAWNIARD. Okay. I don't think this will catch. Yeah. I don't think this will catch. Oh, what about quick? Ah. Okay. I want to get this properly fitted. All right, it is once again time to run some calculations and prepare for a proper catch event. So we're going to go through each Pokemon, go through the main couple ways of catching them and how we can do that. Also, Dust Ball is active. It's something to consider because it is nighttime in-game actually during this event, which is pretty relevant. The event begins in 7 minutes. So PAWNIARD with a Quick Ball is only a 78% chance of catch. That is not that great. Nest Ball is slightly lower at 62%. That's not amazing. At False Swipe, at 1 HP after False Swipe, it is a 47%. It's about 100% catch rate with False Swipe Spore. That probably ends up being the strat, which is not amazing. Quick Ball is going to deteriorate over time. You could go Quick Ball to Nest Ball. That's going to be like super expensive and not amazing timing. Let's move on to the next Pokemon. You might have different strats for different things. So let's go Duosion. And let's first try Nest Ball. And not put it to sleep. Let's refresh. Sometimes it breaks. Oh man. Duosion. Nest. No status. 52% catch. That's terrible. I don't know if his mons are like low enough level for Nest to even work. So yeah, this is not looking like a synchronized event. This is looking like a False Swipe. Let's go through each of these really quick. Garbodor. No. Wow. Garbodor. Liepard. This is looking like a False Swipe Spore catch event, boys. Minccino. Minccino might be quick ballable. Yeah, or what about Nest Ball? Is it even low enough level here to be... Okay, Minccino. Let's see. We're doing this at Route 9. I don't think it's Nest Ballable. I think Minccino, the strat, might be the quick ball. Having quick balls on hand for Minccino catches, probably relevant. But other than that, yeah, this is feeling like a... Let's now go through everything for False Swipe Pokeball. This is feeling like a False Swipe Pokeball type event to me, personally. Even False Swipe Pokeball, wow, 78% is brutal. What about Great Ball? I wonder if it's a I wonder if this is... I love events like this. It might actually be a False Swipe Spore Great Ball catch event. That's really... You don't see those a whole lot. Let's see Garbodor's catch rate. Even with it, Garbodor might just be like, you skip it. What about Ultra Ball? Garbodor is tough, dude. This is a really tough catch event. You might need to like employ a lot of different strategies. Lipard. Let's try Great Ball. Okay. Let's try Pokeball. Okay. I'm feeling like this might be a false swipe. I'm gonna get this event is actually so complicated. I'm gonna get a notepad document up with all the best strategies. Heavy ball. It's almost never worth the heavy ball. They're just too expensive to make. Maybe if the market changes, but I could be wrong. Also, an Iron Man, I don't have those. Pawniard event strats. Minchino. Quick ball. Let me show this on stream. This is a tough event, dude. I need to go pee really quick before this event. My timing's gonna be tight. Minchino, quick ball, and then what's the other ones? Pawniard. Duo here. Let's just do Pawniard, False Swipe, Spore, Great Ball. Let's do. Okay. And this is gonna be a Duosion as well, and Lipard. Duosion. Lipard. I'll fix it in a sec. I know it's probably not lined up. And then Garbodor. False Swipe, Spore. Ultra / Dusk. I'm not synchronizing this. This is not a good synchronized event. Not at all. Set. Put it like here. That's pretty good. You would never. Why false swipe nest ball? Because it's number one, the Pokemons aren't low enough level, and then also what's the word? They're nest ball's more expensive, right? So okay, let's go buy a few more balls. Oh no, I'm like not gonna have time to go pee before this event. Holy shit, I have like 2 minutes. All right, there we go. We have our notepad document set up, everything cleanly put out for anybody watching this stream. Hopefully it's helpful. This will be a really intense catch event. I'm gonna go buy. Also, it's kind of lucky the little Pokeball shop is right here for the catch event. So I'm gonna go buy a few more like great balls, maybe like 50 or so great balls, if 45 or so ultra balls, and then also like 50 more, maybe 60 more quick balls. Let's do that. We won't need all these for this, but buy that. There we go. I'm now ready to go start the event. The event begins in 2 minutes. I have to go rush to the restroom really quick, and I'll come back for the event. Oof. Because I have brain damage, Tom. Let me move this up front. Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna be really fast. BRB. Lures are almost never worth it for that. Karma, happy to see you in chat. I'm so sorry to ignore you. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. I think the event began. I think I'm late. Let's get a... All right. I think we just catch this. All right, dude. Good luck to everybody. This is a tough event, dude. Good luck to everybody in this one. Good Omega, good luck. Omega, good luck. About 1 minute late. That's okay. All right, I'm about 1 minute late, but that's okay. Here is our first catch of the event. False Swipe Spore, Great Ball, the Liepard. This is going to be a very specific event, as you can see from the notepad document over here. Every Pokemon requires a very different strategy. Could be very, very specific. There's our first catch, Liepard. Let's see. Just decent, average. That's okay, as most catch events will be. I'm hoping that me putting in a little bit of extra time and trying to calc through everything and trying to find the best strats before the event, very last minute, hoping it gives me a slight advantage. We'll see how it plays out. Yo, what's up, BBN? I've been trying to stream more whenever there's catch events, but it's, you know, it's a give and take. Ah! Well. Okay, well, Duosion has Endeavor, which lowered my HP to 1 after false swiping it. That begs the question, do I switch the order to Spore, then false swipe, and then Great Ball? We're gonna have to play. I'm gonna have to test a little bit longer. Not a bad catch there. I'm gonna test it a little bit longer to see, but that might be the strat. It depends on if the other mons after the Duosion fight can do enough damage to kill me. That's the fear, but I think I might be fine. I might be totally fine. Duosion, that's a pain in the butt. Duosion can also have Overcoat, so Spore won't. Wow. So there becomes a question of, should you skip certain mons as well? This is a tough event, dude. Why'd you stream? Endeavor. Plus your mom's coming over, I found out. Worth just skipping? It's really tough. This is a detailed event. When the Halloween event starts, every single event in the history of PokeMMO has always dropped on the event day, Luther. I have a video about that. If you watch any of my Halloween prep guides, they also all cover the date. The Halloween event will most likely, we never know for sure. The devs never tell us ahead of time. Well, unfortunately, will most likely come out on October 31st or on October 30th. One of those two dates. Unless they're late. If you just Google event season guide or Halloween event guide PokeMMO, you could find the answer really quickly. Outro so nice, why aren't you? Huh? You're replying? Yeah, of course. Did I just score this? What happened? Oh, it used Encore. Okay, I'll just false. Oh, I should have quick balled this anyway. I fucked up. Should have quick balled this anyway. Are you rage baiting, Mage, or are you serious? Didn't you? What's your chat history? Are you just memeing? No, you're fine. Rage baiting? Okay. Based. Okay, all charges dropped. I was rage baiting. Oh, okay. Based. Take it, Chad. Fair pilled. I was like, your chat history is funny. I was like, if your chat history is funny, you also... Your Honor, you don't understand. He was simply rage baiting. That is a based. That defense might work. Should not quick ball Duosion. That's just outro. Quick ball won't work very well in Duosion. Yeah, true, Tom. I think it's like 70% to quick ball Duosion. I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, I should have ultra balled. I'm like not doing the right strats for reference. I'm because the event we're 5 minutes in. You got to build muscle memory to some extent. That was like a 80% or 70% catch rate, but I probably should have gone for the dusk ball or the ultra ball there. I'm not doing the best. Also, my re-amplifier is on. I'm trolling. It's wasting time. There we go. Your Honor, the rage bait was simply too successful. Not his fault. He's too skilled, Your Honor. I'm gonna try to Spore first here to see if it has Overcoat. Allies which has priority? That's criminal. Okay, Overcoat is fucked up. I think I might just... What's the catch rate? Let me count it. What is the catch rate from Duosion, Not Asleep? 58%. Maybe you just skip Duosion. I'm starting to think it might actually be better to just skip Duosion, sadly. The fact that it could have Overcoat, and then if it does, your catch rate chances plummet. It could have Endeavor, which is super annoying. I feel like Duosion might just be a skip. I'm gonna change it. I think it's a pain in the butt. Skip Endeavor plus Overcoat ability. I think it's a pain in the butt, not worth it. We'll just slow you down in this event personally. I'm not gonna go for it, I think. Dude, hell yeah, Printer. What's up, dude? Great ball, okay. Still 54 minutes left in the event, guys. We're just getting started. On channel 10. I wonder how poppin' this event is today. We're gonna run from this. So the Minecraft grind, not as, I'm gonna be honest, not really honest. I've taken a, I want to say 1 to 3 month breakish from Minecraft, to be honest. I was playing Minecraft really consistently for most of the year this year, but I've taken a bit of a break now. I think I did my world tour. Redeem. Did I miss something? Spark my spliff flex. Sorry, there's a lot going on, but yes, I got you. GH Gaverly, Big Bud. It's wild caught. Ooh, okay. This is a really beautiful wild caught Pokemon. This is a really, don't have takedown, please. PAWNIARD. Okay, that's fine. Jolly Nature, 5 times 31 in the right stats. Oh my goodness, what a good wild catch. That's really sick. Congratulations. That is very fucking cool. So we're gonna run. Which Pokemon tree stain? I don't think so most of the time. Like on Duosion, I don't think so. Because quick balls are what? 1,500 Pokeyen, 1,200 yen. It's 70% chance. I don't think so, but that's just me. I'd rather just like go to a different mon. You could re-encounter. I honestly 31 attack PAWNIARD I'll take. I honestly don't know if I do EKZ. China Duosion. That's not a bad idea. Should actually have a taunt mon just in case of that. It's really unlikely. Does this have taunt? Oh, but it's not a bad idea. I think you like need it too, don't you? Let me go. It's unlikely, but I'm gonna go grab. You're right. I should have a taunt mon just in case, because that's dude. After, was it Ninetales that lost his shiny Garbodor to the ally switch? Ally switch is a fucked up move, dude. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Chris. That's a good call, EKZ. Is it even used in PvP? PAWNIARD or what mon? Bisharp like yeah, it is in UU, I believe, right? Taunt. We'll grab. I don't even need it to be like a. I'll probably go tanky. Grab this over this. Yeah. Hell yeah, Data. Good luck to you, man. Oh, and then I'm about to do it. What do you think I should do after finishing the main storyline? What do you think I should do after finishing the main storyline? Is it your first storyline or like just one of them, Crumbs, or what would you think I should do after finishing? Like, oh, like finishing like all the storylines? Is that what you mean, Crumbs? If you mean finish up all the storylines, I have, yes. I would recommend this video. You're asking the most important question to answer in PokeMMO is when players say, hey, I just beat all the storylines. I don't know what to do now. It's the hardest thing to like, it's the hardest bridge to cross. There is so much to do after you beat the storylines, but you have to figure out what kind of content you like and also set your own goals and like be like somewhat self-motivated and, you know, there's a lot of, and the game does not guide you at all. The game does not guide you and does not hold your hand at all when you finish the storylines. It's kind of like, it's like in Minecraft when you beat the Ender Dragon, right? You beat the Ender Dragon, and then most players quit the game. They're like, you know, now what? You have to kind of be, oh, I want to build a big skyscraper. I want to build a fucking church. I want to build, you know, whatever type building you want to, you know, a brick wall, a giant wooden bridge. I want to, you know, dig out a bunch of space, a bunch of dirt, you know. You have to kind of be self-motivated. Minecraft's a sandbox game. I think PokeMMO is secretly a sandbox game, in my opinion, but that's, some people just disagree with that. You kind of have to want, yeah, you kind of do. Not even want the, I mean, you have to enjoy grinding to enjoy PokeMMO. You do. I try to be honest. I'd rather tell people that now versus like a new player be like, oh boy, I have 2 hours a week to play video games and I'm new to PokeMMO. And I'm going to be like, hey man, you know, that's awesome. Play the storylines, have fun. Hell yeah. I don't know if PokeMMO is going to be for you at endgame like that, you know? I don't know of any MMO where you can play 2 hours a week and be that successful. You know, that's, MMOs are time sinks. They are. That's like the point of them. They're supposed to be like very grindy and very long term and be a lifestyle and really reward. And because of that, MMOs reward you for your time more than any game. That's why I love them. If you spend 10 years playing MMOs, you will have made amazing progress and be in an amazing spot. If you spend, a lot of people spend 10 years playing League of Legends and are silver, you know, no disrespect if that's you. It's more of like a, you know, you can't really, like, some people, it is what it is, you know. Sorry to call people out, but you know, it's, maybe ranked isn't your goal in League. I'm not even trying to, you know, maybe you just like playing ARAMs with the boys. I feel called out. I like MMOs because it respects your time more than any, you know. I'm sober now. Good for you, dude. Hell yeah. I'm platinum. There you go. That's a cool catch. Yeah, I love them. I love grindy games. I love MMOs. Yeah, that's it's, and it's not for everybody, and that's okay. I would like, if you think PokeMMO is too slow or too grindy, that's totally fine. It may not be the game for you, right? What really, I'm gonna get into the, it really bothers me when people are like, the game's too slow, we should make it faster. It irks me so much when someone is new to a game and is like, I shouldn't change around the game should change around me. I think that is like such arrogance. I think it's arrogant, and I think it's a really scary mindset. It's like when someone plays Dark Souls, is like, oh, the game is too hard, they should add an easy mode. No, bro. Learn the game. The Dark Souls is a challenge you overcome. That's why you're playing it. PokeMMO is the same way, man. That's totally fine if it's not for you, but yeah. I don't like when people think the world, it's like when people think the world should change around them versus adapt to the world, right? You can fight for the world to be a better place, but you can't like be upset. If you are upset at the world, you're gonna spend a lot of wasted time. The target audience of MMO is people who want to grind, people who want to put a lot of hours in it, like thousands of hours into something. That's always, I don't think that's me. I could be wrong. I don't think that's like my subjective. That's like kind of always been the objective. I don't know if it's like a subjective opinion thing. That's kind of objectively how it's always been, and how I think it should be, because like, it's like saying like, oh, who do shooters, like, oh, shooters are people who want to, if you play an FPS game, you don't play an FPS game to like slowly grind. Usually it depends. There are FPS MMOs, which is cool, but people who like longevity, yeah. Ooh, this is this Chaos Egg Group? Oh, that is weird. Mineral Egg Group. I always forget Dropper was Mineral. This is a really insane catch. 31 special attack, 31 speed, 25 plus, and all the other this is an insanely good, and it's male. It's not that, it's actually not bad for the event. It's a 146. That's never gonna like top 3. That is a really good breeder catch. Like, that's about as big. It's in the mineral egg group, and you don't really have a whole lot of mineral special attackers. I could breed that with a female Yan mask and transfer it to the Chaos egg group though. So like that Garbodor is a sick breeder. Holy. We're gonna run from this bad boy. MMOs are for people who live in their parents' basements. Sometimes. I don't. Hell yeah. I have no beef with that. I think that's fucking awesome. I don't know, man. If you can. Fuck Lack. Welcome, dude. That's awesome. Discovery. Yeah, dude, hell yeah, man. There are so many fast-paced games and so many not advertised things in PokeMMO. Well, what is advertised in PokeMMO, I guess, is the real, and I don't think anything is. I think that's the what's the trigger game. I do, so I actually have a video on this LSA. Nothing's advertised about Pokemon. I think that's the thing, right? Yo, based worth it. No shame here. Yeah, like I think you know, what was I gonna say? I made a video about this LSA. How I actually feel like PokeMMO does bait new players a little bit accidentally, because people see the word PokeMMO and go, oh my god, a Pokemon game. Hell yes. PokeMMO is not a Pokemon game, in my opinion. At its core, I mean, it is obviously on its surface. On its surface, it's a Pokemon game. At its core, the deeper you get, the more you play, the more you realize it's a sandbox MMO with a catching system, in my opinion. Pokemon is a grindy game. It's every MMO is grindy, and a lot of people who know Pokemon get into Pokemon and like love it at first, and then beat the storylines and are like, oh, I do not like this style of gameplay. I'm used to Scarlet and Violet. I'm used to, you know, there's a lot of Pokemon fans who are like, this is not for, they realize, which makes them feel betrayed, but I try to portray that information as much as possible. I say, like, one of the most common types of Pokemon players is the player who starts playing to replay the storylines and has the nostalgia of playing through all the storylines and has a fun time and plays the game for a few hundred hours, and then once they beat all the storylines, they quit the game because they realize it's very grindy and it's very like self propelled, blah blah blah. That's not for everybody. That's okay that that's not for everybody, right? Sorry if you got automated. Not every game is for every person, right? I don't like Hollow Knight, but Hollow Knight is not a bad game. I just don't like difficult Metroidvanias. It's not my style. I am so overjoyed that Hollow Knight exists. Like that. But imagine if I was like, gosh, golly, guys, I really want to play Hollow Knight. I wish it was easy. I really want to play it. I wish it was easier. They should make an easy mode. No, bro. It's okay. It's okay that you can't have everything in life. It is time to grow up. It's time to grow up and realize not everything is made for you. I'm sorry that like certain things have taught you that, but you need to fucking grow up. Not everything's for you. I'm also like shadowboxing. Nobody in chat is like that. When I say you, I'm fighting a straw man. I'm fighting a person I've invented in my mind. What's the new metas for what? What do you mean? Anything plus attack for a catching Breloom plus attack, like Adamant, Lonely, Naughty, and then 20 plus attack, and like bulk is nice. I agree. So that's what I just said was, I think the #1 largest part, I'm assuming MSQ is main storyline quests. I agree. I think the #1 most popular kind of players that we have is people who do that. I agree. The problem is a lot of people view every problem as a problem to solve. There's a certain type of like very type A person, and you don't need to solve every problem. The problem is everything has positives and negatives. If you try to solve that problem in an MMO, you're just going to create other problems and new problems. You're going to create problems for the hardcore players. Sometimes if you try to solve something for casual players, it punishes and hurts hardcore players. And you want to balance the game around both of those players. You don't want to only balance the game around new players, and you don't want to only balance the game around hardcore. You want it to be in the middle, right? You need to be aware of what the highest end of players are capable of, and you need to also make the game welcoming enough for new players, right? It's a mixture. I love Dark Souls. I wish they were easier. Yes, I want to play them because of that. Heck no, I'm there for that experience. I can respect that. Like that's also like, if you wish, that's fine. If you wish they were easier, but you don't like advocate for it, I think that's fine. Even if you advocate for it, it's probably fine. But like I don't know. I don't like, especially when I'm new. If I've been playing a game for like 2,000 hours, that's where I feel comfortable advocating for change. I have, I think, 400 or 500 hours into Dungeon Defenders, and that's only on Steam. I would never dare to voice my opinion on that without major without major qualifications. The problem is, if I'm going to influence the future of a fucking video game, there's so much. Problem is, everybody has an opinion, and you don't always need to have an opinion. I think that's a huge thing as well. There's a lot of like people who are under experience with things will comment on them, and you don't need, you can qualify and be like, hey, I've been playing for PokeMMO for like 8 months, so like maybe that, you know, I have, you know, 200 hours, so like maybe I don't understand. Like if you qualify, you can say whatever you want. Like honestly, that's if you just speak properly and say like, oh, maybe this isn't correct because of this, you can say whatever. Like words are really important, and how you say things are really important. If you are like a new player with 200 hours and you don't tell anybody that, and then you're like, I think shiny hunting, the shiny rate should be 1 in 10,000 hours because I'm 30 hours drawing a shiny, like that's insanity. That's the ignorance and arrogance combination is so scary. You can be ignorant and not be arrogant and share your opinion, and you can be arrogant and not be ignorant, right? You just can't be both. You cannot be both. You cannot be ignorant and arrogant. You can't be 200 hours into an MMO and also think that you know the answer, that no one thought of the answer. I know how to save PokeMMO. Like, no, I'm sorry, no, you fucking don't. The odds, it's possible. The odds of it are so low. Like, it's so insane. You cannot be arrogant and ignorant. You can't be like new to something and be like, I've thought of this in a way that no one else has. I almost promise you it's not the case. People have played this game for thousands, hundreds of thousands of hours. Like, yeah, you could have 10. I agree. You could have 10,000 hours and never have shunned it. This is why, like, whenever I share any sort of light PvP opinion, I almost always qualify. I always say, like, I'm not the best. I'm not active. I'm not the best PvP player. I'm like slightly above average. Go ask Spidget. Go ask AFC Adino. Like, go ask Orange Maniac. Like, go talk to the, GB Weed. Talk to the tier council. Like, blah blah. Whenever I share any opinion on PokeMMO for PvP related, even though I have 10,000 hours and I could act arrogant, I could, blah blah blah. I've spent over maybe 11,000 hours at this point playing it. I've spent only a few hundred playing PvP. It's not enough. It's not enough to fully understand. To become a master at something, it takes 10,000 hours, Before I feel comfortable weighing in on my opinion, I like to usually get like 2,000 hours under my belt, but the problem is a lot of people don't have that same perspective. A lot of people are comfortable sharing a lot of people watch one TikTok and then have a political opinion. Like, so that's really bad. Imagine how bad it is for video games. That's like the most serious thing in the world. It's like, for the most serious, dangerous thing to have an opinion out of your depth on in the world, people do it. People watch a 30-second TikTok and go, that makes sense to me. I'm not going to check anything about it, but it makes sense, so therefore it must be true. And they echo that opinion for years sometimes. Shiny chat on Discord. I don't know anything about what you're talking about, King Ups, to be honest with you. Garbage or pod? How long should the TikTok be before I change my political beliefs? Okay, that's a bait. At least a minute 25. No, I'm just kidding. You probably shouldn't be. Just go. The problem is your political opinions should probably be based on philosophy and then Pew Research studies and like studies. And the problem is reading studies is really boring. Reading studies is really unfun and really boring. I get why nobody does it. Anyways. $165 PAWNIARD, that's sick. The philosophy is the more, like, yeah. That's the philosophy part. You probably need to learn, like, moral philosophy, ethics, epistemic philosophy, for sure, to understand how to present arguments. Like, there's a lot of philosophy that goes, and then reading. No, you're not stupid at all. No. Sorry no, you're not stupid at all. Maybe a 2 hour. I think what's the max time for TikTok? 30-minute TikToks? Is that? I thought it was like 3 minutes. Okay, we're getting based. Giga Chad. Ultra balls are cheaper than. I probably should be using ultras for Garbodor actually. They're a little bit cheaper than dust, aren't they? I would say the community for it depends on your definition of active, right? This is a really good breeder. I would say the PokeMMO community is pretty darn active. A few numbers I can give you, you know, I mean, right now in this live stream, we have 262 people in one live stream. There's other amazing live streams on Twitch and on YouTube also stream PokeMMO. So we have 262 people live watching. That's crazy. Like, I'm super lucky to be, you know, that's crazy. And then it's across 2 platforms, Marty, Twitch and YouTube. Well, I usually don't, I should have ran from this, but whatever. And then so a few more statistics to show activity. There's 325,000 Pokemon currently listed on the GTL. There is, I don't know how many items. The items thing has changed. 18,000 or so item listings. There is PvP games. We can look and we can see that in the past 19 days, okay? In the past 19 days, there has been 263,000 OU games played. That's one PvP tier. 263,000. And I would say maybe 10% of the player base plays PvP. Maybe 8% plays OU. 7%. Probably 8. 7 or 8. 7.5. That's guesstimations, but PokeMMO is easily the most popular Pokemon MMO. And I think PokeMMO is in the top like 50. I think Pokemon's in the top 50 most popular MMOs. Something like that. I know there's a website called like MMO something that has tracked that. The problem is the tracking is not amazing and it bases off social media, and PokeMMO's social media presence is pretty minimal, unfortunately. It's getting better. A lot of it better. No, of course the currency is not real money. The same with, I think there's only been a few MMOs ever to have real money currencies. Diablo 3 had a PayPal auction house for the first like few weeks, maybe months. Most MMOs are not real money. No, it's just in-game currency. And trying to trade in-game currency for real money is against the rules. It's called RMT, real money trade. Never do it. You'll get banned. Yeah, I don't, it's been here for 13 years. I don't see any, but you know, I don't know. It's one of those things like it's always possible Nintendo to go after PokeMMO, but it's also like the thing of like, it's also possible you could get struck by lightning or like die in a car crash. Like, it's one of those things, in my opinion, isn't worth stressing about or worrying about until something starts to come of it, and then we can worry about it then. But you know, you haven't been struck by lightning, most likely, and you know, if you're in my chat, it's possible has someone been struck by lightning and lived in my chat. You know, it happens. Also, wait, one of the craziest stats that you learn as an adult is getting struck by lightning is actually not that lethal. Survival rate of getting struck by lightning, it's like 80% or something. It's like insane. Almost 90% of victims struck by lightning survive. That's fucking crazy. I feel like as a kid, you see cartoons and you're like, oh yeah, like if you get struck by lightning, you're fucking dead. But no, bro, it's 90% of people who get struck live. That's insane. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, for sure, respect. I think it's a really funny, it's like totally irrelevant, but have you actually, I mean, I don't know if you're like doing the Twitch meme of like, yes, me, smiley face, or like, also the odds of being struck by lightning are like actually higher than, I think the odds of being struck by lightning are higher than the shiny rate, which is crazy. I have not played Pokemon Reborn. I would love to try more. I need to be trying more Pokemon MMO adjacent things. I love PokeMMO and I mostly play PokeMMO, but it would be really good for it'd be really good for PokeMMO if I played more Pokemon MMO adjacent things. People would like look for like, oh, Pokemon Reborn playthrough, and then maybe find me, then maybe find out about PokeMMO through that like chain of events. That's really important, number one, because I love PokeMMO, but it's also just fun. Number one, it's really good for the algo and really good for PokeMMO and its growth and my growth in the community. Number two, it's really fun to play non-PokeMMO games sometimes, you know? Have you played? Very, very few BBN. I'm the Pokemon MMO guy. I don't really play like I don't really play ROM hacks. The last ROM hack I played, for reference, was Pokemon My Ass version, because I was like 15 or 14 years old when that came out in like 2013, right? Like 2011. Like that was like and that might be the only ROM hack I've ever played. Like that, like I don't play ROM hacks. I did play Poke Road. Poke Road was great. And then I did play Oh, one of the best Pokemon fan-made games of all time, Pokemon Tower Defense. Holy Pokemon Tower Defense 1 and 2 were amazing. Storm Silver. I always hear people love the ROM hacks. They're not really for me. No disrespect. Free food. Pokemon Tower Defense was fucking amazing. Those games were so good. Talk about grindy games. Those games were hard as shit. Those games were really hard. People would always like use hack clients because they were so hard you like couldn't beat them. Pokemon Odyssey. Is that a Pokemon? Let's see. Yeah, maybe one day. I really like Pokemon MMOs. I want to play Temtem. Like, I don't know. I like markets. I like MMOs more than Pokemon games, to be honest with you guys. That's why I like PokeMMO so much. It's more of an MMO in my opinion. I feel like I prefer MMOs over Pokemon games. If those are the two options. I come from RuneScape. I came from PokeMMO first, then to RuneScape, then back to PokeMMO is kind of my big MMO arc. I played like Spiral Knights growing up, Pokeforce. I'm excited for Pokeforce. I do want to retry a bunch of Pokemon MMOs that have had like a lot of changes. Poe is interesting. I played Poe for like maybe 40 hours. I never got super into Poe. I really respect it, and the people seem to love the game. Really cool like player base. Some pretty decent catches today, but nothing like. I think 146 is my highest. I'm excited for Pokeforce. That dude, it was so hard, Chris. Pokemon Tower Defense was so hard. A lot of people love Infinite Fusion. Yeah, I always hear about that one. Yeah, it depends. It really depends. Yeah, it's possible. I'm really excited for Pokeforce. It really depends what happens. We'll see what they do with it. Still 28 minutes left in the event, guys. That's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. 28 minutes in the event. Dude, people love Arc. Arc is really cool. I played Arc a little bit. I didn't get super into it, but I probably played like 100 hours. Maybe less than that. I'm not sure. Really cool game. But Arc was overwhelming for me at the time, which I don't usually feel. But that, yeah, I respect it. Pokemon Pinball. The MMOs. I would love, bro. I would love a Pokemon Pinball MMO. Does that exist? I know that there is a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon MMO. A lot of people don't know. I have a video on it. A lot of people don't know about it. The Pokemon Mystery Dungeon MMO is really interesting, but it's kind of dead is the problem. Yeah. I respect Pokemon Planet. I don't think it's a good... If Pokemon Planet is your cup of tea, hell yeah. I don't want to yuck your yum, you know? Personally, I can't see why you would play Pokemon Planet over like... There's just so many other Pokemon MMOs that are better in my like not even just PokeMMO, but like PokeMMO, even like I don't even like Pro that much, but Pro is probably better. Poke1, PBO. I need to try PBO again. PBOs have been having a lot of updates, and PBO seems like it's on the up and up. There's Pokemon Blaze Online. I've done a review for all these games if you want to go check them out. 8,000 hours. That's crazy. Good for you, Date. Arc seems really cool. What's the elevator pitch for Pokeforce? That's actually like the most elevator pitch games. It's a great question. You know what? I haven't talked about Pokeforce in a long time. People have been asking a little bit about it again recently. It's just still in development. People's like, oh, where is it? You know, yada, yada, yada. It's just still in development. And I don't want to call it development hell. I wouldn't say that. It's just a lot of things have popped up. It's just there's been a lot of bugs. It's going to happen. The problem is game development, maybe more than any like profession, like things just happen that you don't plan for and don't expect, and you have to, it just adds a lot of time. So, and there's still, so if you want to know what's going on with Pokeforce, join the Discord. They post updates constantly. They just posted an update on October 12th, showing different screenshots and showing. Pokeforce does a dev blog like every single month, a dev diary showing what's happening, telling you what they're working on, what's going on. So like if you don't know what's happening with Pokeforce, the person to blame, no disrespect, it's you can just go check it out. Like there's all they more than PokeMMO, they actually communicate with what's happening. They're just in development, you know. I think they're in the development trenches. They're just working hard. Exactly, they're working hard. They're in a tough spot, but they're working hard at it. It's not, I wouldn't call it development hell. They're in development trenches for sure. It's a lot to Pokemon MMOs are hard, dude. People think, oh, you just plop the game into, you don't. You have to code everything from scratch and code battle systems, and you have, you know, it's a lot of work. I can only imagine, right? So they're just working on Pokeforce. They're working really hard at it. So a lot of people might not know what is Pokeforce, right? Pokeforce, someone said, what's the elevator? Pokeforce is probably the best elevator pitch game, honestly, because it's really easy to elevator pitch. Pokeforce is planning to be a more modern Pokemon MMO with like Stardew Valley and RuneScape elements. They have a leveling system. They have a crafting system. They want to do player housing, I believe. I don't know if they're working on that. I don't know if it's like really like implemented. I don't know if it will be for a long time, but like the skilling system was implemented. They've done multiple different open betas where you could win like vanities and like certain prizes for playtesting. I did all those, really fun. I'm really excited for Pokeforce. Pokeforce is the most excited I've been for a Pokemon MMO in a really long time, and I think it has really insane potential, but it just takes so much to dethrone. People always, oh, will it be better than PokeMMO? Asking will Pokeforce be better than PokeMMO is like kind of like asking, will an apple tree seed be better than a food like a Honeycrisp apple? Like, I don't know. It depends on how the tree grows. There's a lot. We have no idea. You can't compare a seed to a fully grown fruit. PokeMMO has been in development for 13 years. I have no idea. It's possible that Pokeforce grows a sweeter and more fruitful tree, but we just don't know yet. We have no idea. I have a video talking about Pokeforce versus Pokemon if you're interested in kind of comparing that thought process, but the TLDR is I'm really looking forward to Pokeforce and I'm really excited for it, but it's pretty far ways away out. So I wouldn't like, you know, get super excited to where you're like, you know, yeah, because it's a long ways away and it's a big project. They're very ambitious. But it is a big team. I think they have like 20 or 30 people. It's a huge team. Like all people doing different things. That's what's really impressive to me, is they have so many people working on it in conjunction. Yeah, that's competition's always good. Even if Pokeforce is just a decent Pokemon MMO that has some people from PokeMMO quit for Pokeforce, like that'll be really interesting. I would love competition, you know. Will someone's baby be smarter than Pat? Okay, they're probably smarter than me at like the age of 2, so not a great example, but it depends. You know, it depends. But on the but maybe smarter than someone else. Yes, it's a good comparison. Really great type of debate. You're kind of like not like, yeah, Mahomes' career is not close to being over yet. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he gets injured and, you know, never comes back the same. Like that actually is a good analogy. Like we have no fucking idea, Servin. Like you can't judge a quarterback currently in the league against Tom Brady. Wait until his career's over, and then even after that, give it a year or two of thought. Like it just. Yeah, it's just so far from being there's not a whole lot of productive discussion you can have there. Account for them. Yeah, the Pokeforce devs are really communicating. That's like the thought process behind the devs has been amazing. Most catch events are better to do without lures. The problem is lures make all the battles double encounters, which slows down the Pokemon you catch tremendously. Lures are really good if you're shiny hunting or legendary hunting, because you get more encounters per hour and you're just running. If you're catching Pokemon, lures usually slow things down, but it depends, you know, depends a little bit. But yeah, lures are usually not worth for catch events. Very rarely they can be, but that's really unlucky, Flame. That's like on the peak end of unlucky. HH into the GG. The GG mistype. I respect it. 21 minutes, fellas. Don't give up. How do I tell you I'm fried? That's rough. It'd have to be up for like 5 years for people to even have it. The fucked up thing is, I don't even know about people swap games, because if the game you're playing is in a bad state, people will swap. Look at Overwatch 2 and Marvel Rivals, right? Overwatch 2 made so many mistakes. There were full-time Overwatch streamers like who's the Genji player? I forget but like there were full-time Overwatch streamers who like the final like 3 to 5 days leading up to Marvel Rivals release, they weren't even playing Overwatch. They were like, I'm just waiting until Marvel. I can't stand to play Overwatch anymore. I'm just waiting for Marvel Rivals. Like, and then same with PokeMMO. There were a lot of people that quit PokeMMO back in 2015 when Pro came out. Shit, I think it was 20. My dates could be wrong. A lot of people quit PokeMMO for Pro. Necros, thank you. The fastest fucking Genji player, okay? A lot of people quit PokeMMO for Pro when that came out. And they probably regret that shit so much. Because Pro went on to be, in my opinion, a pretty mediocre Pokemon MMO. No disrespect. A lot of people like Pro. No disrespect. You know, more power to you. And if you're proud of that switch, more, you know, fair enough. But yeah, a lot of people quit Pokemon for Pro, and I don't think it turned out well. But that's, how do you, you know, you couldn't have known that. How do you know, you know? And for the cool Duder membership, Hex, I really appreciate that, dude. That's tough. Poe is, I have a lot of Poe players. Poe players are kind of based. I've met a lot of really cool Poe players. I really respect Poe. I thought a little bit earlier, like I really respect Poe. I know Zizarin a little bit. Not like, just watched a little bit of his content. I shouldn't, when I say that, you know. Yeah, me and Zizarin are tight. I've never talked to him. I don't, you know, watch a little bit of his content. He's like a cool guy. And then so I'm aware of Poe. Poe seems really cool. I have some friends that are super into Poe. I know, like, I believe either Poe took the self-sufficient thing from old school RuneScape or vice versa, and then like leagues, Poe leagues. I feel like RuneScape really was inspired by Poe for the leagues, you know. Is it Poe players call it SSF, self-sufficient pound or whatever, or found. Poe is Path of Exile, but now it's Poe 2, right? Do people still play Poe 1, or is everybody on Poe 2? Solo self found. Thank you. I'm used to like the Iron Man term, you know. Kind of dog water. I haven't heard. From what I heard, I thought people liked Poe 2, but I have no idea, you know. PokeMMO is probably like, I'm not even being dramatic here, Marty. PokeMMO is probably 100 times the size of Poke 1. Like it's not even close. PokeMMO is so much better than Poke 1. And then Poke 1 is probably like my second or third favorite Pokemon MMO. I actually do like Poke 1. I think it's from the last time I played, which was a few years ago, to be fair. Has Poke 1 been abandoned by the devs is the question. I don't know. I have no idea. I think I have 146. I think Anto, nothing, but a good catch. Nothing crazy. Just tries. Oh, Poe. Gotcha, Ushu. Quick ball this. Oh, just in the leads alternate. Gotcha. That's cool. So you can like play both at the same time. That's actually crazy. I did not know that. That's really interesting. But like Poe 2 and vice versa. I did not know that, Mage. Good to know. I appreciate people letting me know. Like, I'm not involved in the Poe crowd, and the Poe crowd seems to be like a really dedicated. People seem to love the Poe devs. I feel like the Poe devs are one of the most like praised developers. Give it a shot. Yes, I hope you enjoy it. And I would like, even though like PokeMMO is like, to me, PokeMMO is by far the best Pokemon MMO. Like, if Poke 1 is on the fucking Earth's crust, PokeMMO is like in the fucking outer space. Like, PokeMMO is like so much better. And then like the gap, in my opinion, between the best Pokemon MMO and the second best is so far. That's obvious, you know, but that's my opinion. It might not be the case for everybody. I do encourage people, if you have the time, to try to like play whatever Pokemon MMOs you think you might enjoy and give it your own, you know, develop your own thoughts. From Poke 1, I like the is it Poke 1 or Pro? I know Pro has the ability for you, I believe, to like play through the storylines with friends. People really like that. I'd have to think about the balance. I'd have to like, I know of the system vaguely, but I'd have to like see the balancing behind it. Shiny Bisharp and Pawniard are really cool. I like Pawniard. I don't think I would ever shunt it personally, but if I happen to get one, you know, it's one of those things. Oof. Waffles and Syrup is a sick username. That's a good name. 15 minutes, fellas. 15 minutes in the event. I can Rick Riley, but I'm gonna do it through a video guide if that's okay, because it's easy. Hopefully I have a video guide about that, and hopefully that should help you more than me trying to like remember the bullet points off the top of my head on a live stream. This should hopefully, if you have any specific questions or questions after watching the video, let me know. Great question, Servant. I think XP Reamplifier is the best RP item, and I don't think it's close, personally. Catch events are so fun. Like, I think catch events, every Pokemon player should at least do one catch event before they quit. Obviously not everybody, it's not realistic, but they're so fun. There's also like 3 catch events a week. There's so many, dude. Pat, can you explain how to pull birds for a noob? Yeah, don't call women birds. That usually does the trick. Sorry, that's a good start. Every woman I've ever talked to about British people calling them birds, maybe British women don't care, but like any American woman, like most American women have been like, I'd literally rather them call me a bitch than a bird. Like, it's referring to me as like an animal is like, I literally, most women I've talked to like fucking hate it. British women don't care. Is it actually true that they don't care, or is it that British men are so unempathetic and emotionally unintelligent that they don't know that they care? That's my, I kind of going a little hard here, but there's just so many. To be fair, a lot of American men are emotionally unintelligent as well, but I do see it a lot. British men will be like, yo, that's a huge meal, bird, and be like, it's just banter, I'm just banter. And then American men will be like, wow, two cheeseburgers for you? That's a lot, girl. And then they'll be like, I was just joking, I was just trolling. So it's kind of the same thing. I was just asking questions. I was just saying words. What are you upset about? Very common here. It also might just be the case, like I feel like they just care. Yeah, that's very possible. What are you on about? Okay, we don't want them on about. We're like, that's the guys, we gotta, anyways, this is not the, we're not gonna solve the male emotional intelligence crisis with 12 minutes left in the catch event. I'm gonna be anyways, I was just rage baiting, come on, I was just trolling. People in general, yeah. Let's fish from the sea. It's literally just well, so duck, is there a, what's the word, is there a difference in a vacuum? Probably not, but is there a difference socially? Yes, absolutely. That's like, it's like trying to say like, oh, bitch is just a female dog, why would you be upset about that? It's just an animal. It's the same as like calling you a chick. Well, well, the word bitch has often been used as an insult. Words meaning change based on how they're used in society. We live in a society joker emoji. You have to respect it. Words mean different things and change constantly. It's a lot to be on top of. Did I want to end at 0? Is it fine to say that girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider? That is evergreen. That is true. That is, there is nothing wrong when it comes to speaking facts. That is true. And boys go to, where do boys go? Pluto to get more Zudo? I don't know. Where do boys go when girls go to Jupiter? Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to college to get more knowledge. What's the other? This is the most Reddit post of all time. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to college to get more knowledge. And then someone just commented, big if true. The big if true is really funny. Big if true. This AI response is so fucking funny. It's important to note that boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider is a rhyme and not a factual statement. What do you mean? The people talking to ChatGPT? Did boys actually... What year did boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider? At Chat. Oh, thank you, ChatGPT. I didn't know that. That's so fucking... Was that the Apollo 7 mission? When boys went to Jupiter to get more stupider? They actually, bro, they actually went. They actually literally did go. That's why they... That's so good. Holy shit. Garber gave me a big nugget. Yo, shout out to the boy Garber with the huge loan of the big nugget. You'd love to see it. Cite your sources. How does he know? Yeah, dude. How do you know boys didn't go to Jupiter? Maybe it's a government cover-up and boys did go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Grok, is that true? I'd watch F1. Have fun. Here's something to think about. How is it that guys are stupid if they can go to Mars and girls go to college to get more knowledge? You're actually... If you just broke a hole through that whole rhyme, that whole nursery rhyme. If boys can go to Jupiter, wouldn't that necessarily make them objectively inherently more intelligent? I'm just using buzzwords. Than said girls who perchance could attend college academia? If the men have the means to travel to Jupiter. I'm just saying. They didn't think that far ahead. Well, we owned their own argument. There you go. Boys on top once again. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. Jupiter more stupider, but I like that boys on Jupiter more stupider, but I felt that I got more stupid into that. But I felt like I got more... Huh? I'm too stupid to understand that. Could you repeat that? Rephrase it? What's this idiot talk? This guy must be on Jupiter. He sounds dumb. What's he saying? We should bring back that rhyme. Now, Zoomers would literally love going to Jupiter. Lost brain cells listening? Well, go to Jupiter. I've been there. True. We also think of new, perchance massive if proven to be factually correct by Pew Research and a peer-reviewed study. That's so... I love ironic, pretentious, verbose memes. It's so fucking funny. God, it's so good. You can't just say perchance. Yes, you can. As ironically, okay? It's so good. What does Pew Research have to say about PokeMMO? Probably that it's good. New study just dropped, guys. $154 is pretty good, man. Good luck to your printer. This will be a pretty competitive event. I'm curious to see, like, I have no idea what the scoring will be. I wonder if first place will be like a 170, like kind of lower-ish, which I mean, that used to be like pretty good, but there also might be a lot of people doing this event. Like, you know, I don't know, man. It's tough. Thank you, Nick. Do you think a player should be forcing if they want a shiny starter? Yes. They will not force. They aren't forced currently. You can lore encounter. And honestly, like after lore encounter, I'm trying to think. You can lore hunt it. Single encounter. Would it be okay if they were forced into it? Probably. It's okay if the rarest shiny hunt in the game is the hardest. Or like the you know. I guess that's why. What am I saying? It's okay if like super desired shinies are hard, you know. Yes, I heard. So I missed your chat. I'm sorry you said I wasn't live during that. I'm sorry I missed that catch event. And congratulations. You got first place with a 166 Yanma. That's amazing, dude. That's so sick. Like that's also did you win a shiny Yanma? That's like one of the best Pokemon you could win from a catch event. That's so good. That's a good question. I probably have a video breaking down that math somewhere, Yedo, but I don't know where that video's at. So if I don't know where it's at, I wouldn't expect you to know. Give me 1 sec. Let me I will do that math for you in 1 sec. Let me sort these clips. You know what? I haven't talked about PokeForce in a long time. People have been asking a little bit about it. That was the PokeForce clip. We'll put that there. Okay. Lore is used in a legendary hunt. I think it's 20 hours on average for a legendary hunt. And you use about, what, 15 lures per hour, I think? Or is it 10 lures? Like 10 expert lures an hour? I think it's 10. It's like 50. Yeah. I think it's like, what is that? 200 lures? Like 200 expert lures? That's if you use them pretty efficiently. And depends on steps and, you know, a lot of things. But that's so sick, Spark. Congrats, dude. That's so good. Say around 200 expert lures. But as it takes, that is true. That's the technically correct answer. Pat live stream like at least 3 different rants. I'm a big yapper. So I'm a big, yeah. So 250, yeah, maybe like 400 if you depends on your luck. What's your opinion on adding? I don't know what Petra runs are or Megas. Megas, I'm gonna be honest, I literally don't have an opinion on like Megas. I want Megas come down to balance and what the community wants. I have pretty strong opinions on things I really care about. I don't really care about Megas. So if the community likes Megas and we can make them balanced, add Megas. Hell yeah. I don't, you know, no skin off my back. You know, it's not gonna like, but I'm not, I don't know. I love the idea of more content if it can be rebalanced and balanced. But if it makes people happy, I don't know, you know. I guess the rotation build to reset on endgame goals should be Chinese starters. The reason you asked is why they should be able to reset on them. Oh, that would be the problem with unshiny locking the starter, which it used to be not locked. That used to be one of the only ways you could get a shiny starter back in 2013. Legend Performance DLC. Pecha is the Peach Mythical. I don't know what that mod is. I'm sorry. Good poison with the broken. I don't see them adding a random Gen 9 Mythical. I could be. I mean, it's fucking pot. I don't know. It's also pot. I don't know. I really appreciate that, Aaron. I do. You got Zapdos in the same event? That's fucking. There's like Zapdos. Catching Zapdos takes like 20 minutes. Maybe more sometimes. So if you spent 20 minutes of the event catching Zapdos and then also won the event, that is a huge flex. That's so sick. To high heaven? I'm just not sure. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. That's a cool... They could add megas in a lot of ways. That is an interesting idea. You have to like pay to unlock it. Fly Happy. I love that for the economy. Also, Fly Happy, you bring up a good point. Fly Happy, you bring up a good point. He said they could add Mega Evolutions the same way they added Skyform Shaman. I like the, so someone asked me my opinion on Megas. I'm really neutral towards Megas. I only really have strong opinions on things that I'm really passionate about and care about and affect me. When it comes to Megas, I just want them to be balanced. That's really important for the game, obviously. I want them to be balanced. And then if the majority of the community wants Megas in the game, I want megas. It's kind of like I'm neutral towards it. Like, if the community wants megas and we can balance them, we should probably add megas. You know, that's like a long-term. Now, megas are probably not happening anytime soon. I could be wrong, but event ended. Thank you for the heads up. Good call. But we could add megas in a lot of ways. But anyway, Fly Happy brought up the Skyform Shaman. I really would love to see more things you unlock in PokeMMO by dumping a huge amount of like items or Pokemon or whatever it is. I love the idea of having to consume. It's so good for the economy. So it also just feels really good in my opinion. Imagine if you had, we talked about before, like imagine if you had to catch like, or like consume like 3 Zapdoses or some shit to get like a Zapdos mount or something. Like that would be like really cool. Like I love the idea of it, it's a legendary sync and it helps the game's economy, and then it also gets you a cool reward that feels really good. I love the idea of like, so if you don't know, Skyform Shaman, you would use Deciduas, right? You would use like, is it a few hundred? Is it 100? You would use a fair amount. Is it 700? I don't know. It's some amount of Deciduas. It would cost a fair bit of Pokeyen, and you would consume them and put them into your Shaman, and you would unlock Skyform. And you can only use Skyform like for a temporary period of time, I believe, and then it is also banned in PvP. Like, you know, it's very balanced, right? Kind of similar to like Darkrai. Like it had to be balanced to be implemented at all. But I like the idea of sinking things into it, and you don't have to necessarily do it all at once. You know, you can like sink in a few hundred of your Deciduas now and then do the others later. And I think it's a really cool, I like that. I like the idea of consuming things and putting things into like a bank account essentially and slowly unlocking it over time. I think there's a lot of potential there for PokeMMO unlocks. It's really healthy, it's really good, it feels really good, yada yada yada. Yeah, the idea, I love the idea of consuming good IV Pokemon for things like that, Broncos. I think it is a fantastic way to do it. It'd be really good for the economy. We need more good IV syncs. I heard about that glitch, right, Altaria? Yeah, your Skyform gets like an ice beam, it froze you to like, yeah, that's crazy. All right, but the catch event has ended. I'm gonna go check my boxes. I think my highest is like a 146. I am gonna submit it. It's still like a decent catch. I doubt it's ever placing, but I'm honestly unsure. It's really hard to tell whether this event is going to be ultra competitive or ultra chill. It's really hard to tell. I'm gonna move all of that over there and then try to move as many of these as possible. Anything from the event I want to hopefully get in one box, and that way let me do this and I'll show you guys. I can do this and then do this. That's probably everything. Wait, no way I caught a Garbodor. Oh, is that the 146? The Garbodor, yes, it was this catch. This catch is so good. This is a really nice breeding Garbodor. It's male as well, which is perfect. Next up we have a Pawniard that is 139 plus 5. It's like a 144. It's also a pretty good catch. Pretty good IVs. What our lowest catch is the Spinchino, which was a 52. So nothing crazy. I'm gonna submit for this event, but not a whole lot of, the odds of placing very, 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 very low. All right, I submitted. I should have nicknamed it 146. Hope he plays. I appreciate that. I really doubt it, but do you have the 170? Good luck. I think I don't want to overhype. I don't want to get you too excited. But no, it's breeder. Yo, that's actually a genius call from Beji in chat. That Garbodor is going to be a perfect Vanillix breeder. I actually was literally just talking about how much I want having a good snow setter in Blizzard Spammer. Vanillix is like the most important ice type I feel like to make in all of PokeMMO, probably for like PVM. Probably Vanillix probably the best ice type in PokeMMO. If you can think of a better one, let me know. At least in PVM. Mamoswine pretty good. Cloyster pretty good. But like Vanillix specifically for like any hail or snow setting teams, like weather setters are always good in PokeMMO. That's genius. You're 100% correct. This will be a fantastic, because it's the middleweight group. It's one of the few Special attacking mineral egg group mons. Great idea. That's a great call. Yeah, Glaceon's cool. It could be used for well, we're on egg group as a breeder, but Glaceon has a high attack. It's just so slow. Is it 65 speed? Yeah, it's just slow for PVM, but maybe you can make it fast enough with the tailwind. I'm just saving my RP right now. I have 300. I'm saving my RP, trying to get enough for like possibly one of the motors. Dude, if I can have a motorcycle on an Ironman account, but that's, I need so much. I'm never getting that. But or like this, I honestly, instead of the motorcycle, I prefer this year's like new a limited time Halloween event when that comes out. That would be sick. No worries. I need to get a Vanillix. That to be like Glaceon's special attack is actually so high that actually it probably is worth for the damage. Frost, let's go for PVM. Yeah, true. Yeah, Frostlass might be mineral as well, isn't it? That's actually a good. That's a good shout. No, that's a good call. I really doubt that I place, but we'll see. Also, I think I've kept this Bisharp around just because I wanted to have one on hand in case I needed to breed one. But now I can just release this and save space. There's no reason to have this anymore. So rest in peace. Rip. All right, we are just waiting for catch event results, fellas. I'm going to take all the items. Doink. Also going to... I'm going to use this time. I need a stretch, boys. I got up to pee, but I like didn't stretch or get water or check the mail. So I'm going to use this quick sec to BRB, fellas. Catch event results. Make sure to submit, guys. Submit and get your results in. Results will come in probably like 8 minutes or so. I'm going to go check the mail. Grab my little keys. I'll be right back. I'll see you guys in like 3 to 5 minutes max. BRB. Yes, Flameheart. Just just link the Pokemon to a whisper to a staff member. That's all it takes. It's pretty simple, thankfully. Okay, now I'll be right back. Whew, all right, 33 good enough to submit for 4th. I would submit. It's unlikely to win. That's the honest, honest truth. But it's possible. I would say it's low odds. Generally, 4th place is around like 20, and generally 1st place is around 170. Ish, give or take for both of those. Whew. 24, yeah, that's true. If the 24 was linked as well, yeah, maybe it's better to just not submit that and like go for something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give one of your OT mons. I don't like giving away OT mons just to anybody who asks. It just takes too much time. If I did that for everybody, I would never play the game. I used to do that. I had for a while I had Patrouski OTs as a Twitch reward where you could like watch the stream and get free points and redeem that to get a Patrouski OT. But I don't have that anymore. I'm not playing the main account, so I'm playing the Ironman. So unfortunately, right now there's not really a great way to get Patrouski OTs. I'd like to bring that back at some point. It's just currently not in the rotation. I need to go plant berries, don't I? All good. I appreciate your understanding. We're currently just waiting for catch event results, so it's a better time than ever. Here's our berry haul, by the way. We got our 183 Ross, 239 now Leppas, 59 Aspirs, 162 Petches, and 84 cherries. I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of my cherries. We can go ahead and plant now as well while we're waiting for, what's it called? Catch event results. We're going to harvest all of those. I probably do want to harvest a bunch of the other ones as well. Like Petches I'm never going to use. I always say, like, there's no... Petches don't really have a use. Yes, they heal poison, but like I don't, I'm not really going to use them for that. Rosts don't really have a great use. Aspirs don't really have a use. Just harvest all those. Chestos I want to keep for the time being a little bit more. I want to hold on to a fair bit of them. Look how many, what's it called? I'm burning through the tools, man. Every stack of 1,000 is 300k or so. So expensive. But now look, we're really developing our seeds. It does feel really good, I'm not going to lie, till we're truly starting to develop our seeds. But I need to grow a ton more Petchas. I really like the idea. Of growing a few patches of every single EV reducing berry prior to event season. And then having those on the fly would be amazing. And to do that, I need to just grow more of the basic berries. So at 239 Leppas, I'm just going to stop there for a little bit. It's not amazing, but I think I'd rather just go infinite profitable on the other seeds for a little bit and then try to go for, I think tomorrow maybe. I think maybe tomorrow we plant all the EV reducing berries, or at least some of them. We'll play it year by year, day by day. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start planting cherries. I'm going to use all of these very spices and just plant cherries. Not even do Leppas today. I'd really like to just start going more infinite and get a lot more spicy seeds. I'll look at the results whenever the devs or the staff have them done. It takes a lot of time. It takes they have to literally go through like every single. It's usually anywhere from 5 to 10 to 20 minutes after a catch event usually. Should there be a catch event chat? I actually love that idea. Like a chat in the PokeMMO chat system, or like an event chat. I love the idea of that. They post the results in global chat. I love the idea of there being some sort of specific dedicated event chat, especially like maybe like during the holiday seasons. Like you could have, maybe that's too much. I don't know. The PokeMMO chat system in general just kind of needs an overhaul. That's kind of a huge problem. I love PokeMMO. I'm not trying to shit. We should always fix things, a lot of amazing things. The chat system, probably one of the most archaic parts of the game. It's probably one of the most outdated parts of PokeMMO is the chat system. It definitely needs a pretty large overhaul in my opinion. It's really confusing, like to the point where like for new players, most new players don't know how to answer whispers and don't know like when someone's whispering them, aside from like the ping noise. This happens a lot. Me and many other creators have made videos like giving away things to new players and that kind of vein, and it is really hard to get new players to answer you. Like it's yeah, they don't know how to use the chat system, and how should they? Why would they're not taught. The game does not tell you. There's no explanation. It's very unintuitive. No other game really has a similar system. It's a very the chat system in PokeMMO is very archaic, really needs to be reworked, and it's a problem for new players. And there's no like default, I don't know if there's even like a default whisper tab when you start up the game. There's not a default team tab, that's for sure. And then you're not taught like, oh, you have to have the tab open, but also be chatting in that. Like there are two different things. There's the like, what chat are you talking in and what chat are you looking at? That's a very old school MMO kind of chat system. And I think it's confusing in my opinion. Yeah, you have to like opt into chat. It's really cumbersome for new players. It's not a good thing. Not a good system. It's one of the hardest things to explain to new players is the chat system. Yeah, that's awesome you had friends that helped you learn the chat system, but I think it's a little unfortunate that we have to rely on that, you know? The chat system either needs to be intuitive to where people can learn it, or have a guide, a quick guide in team about it. Yeah, it's how many people in chat have typed wrong chat like today? like it happens all the time. I'm always in the wrong chat. Yeah. And even like veterans will type in the wrong chat and type WC, you know? Yeah, normal is just like very local. I'll use normal chat honestly a fair bit, but it like usually like say hi to people in like a joking way. Usually you just whisper, you know? I don't know. Legendaries are if I haven't yet. It's up to you. Legendary hunting is something you do for the achievement. Something you do for the challenge, you know? For the grind of it. Is the best way to describe legendary hunting. It's actually not that efficient to legendary hunt. You don't really like need to hunt. It's cheap. It's better to just go do Jimmy runs and buy the legendaries, which is kind of lame in my opinion. OT legends do help for like certain OT requirements for raids that can be relevant, but it doesn't pop up a lot. Global chat talking about femboys. Nothing new. What's plain dry? Is this Chestos? Gotcha. I'll plan more of these. I should turn some of my Chestos into seeds. Might need them for certain things. We'll grow more there. Let me also set a timer so I don't forget. 11 p.m. timer. I'm gonna try it. Do not waste a Master Ball on a legendary. It is one of the worst, because there's just no reason. You only get, so for reference, you only get 5 Master Balls in PokeMMO. There's like 8 or 7 permanently ownable legendaries. Like you're gonna run out of Master Balls before you run out of, yeah. And then also you can always re-encounter the legendary. If you fail the catch on the legendary, you can just go re-encounter it. It's not a big deal. There's no yeah, do not use, like I'd unironically rather you Master Ball a Bidoof for the meme than Master Ball legendary. But at the end of the day, if it makes you happy, go for it. Master Balls are usually used on shinies that can KO themselves, things like Memento, Explosion shinies, Final Gambit. There's a lot of shinies that want to unalive themselves for some reason. Catch event results are coming in, by the way, in live time. All right, catch event results are coming in 4th place, Obana X. 4th place, total point score of 18. Pretty darn low. I think someone in chat said they had a 20. We saw a 24. So someone in chat that has a 170, I believe. Atticus Dale, good luck to you. 3rd place is a 170? Is that you? Fuck, dude. Wow, that is... Okay, I bet a lot of people came to this event. That's for this is a really complicated, difficult catch event. 170 being 3rd place. I bet 2nd place is a tie as well. Caught at 610. That means 2nd place, was that caught before 610? No shot. The difference between 1st and 2nd place is 22 seconds. Or like 30. There's no like a 1 minute to be, no, 50. I'm terrible at math. 58 seconds. That's insane. Or is it a minute and 8 seconds? I'm so bad at math. About a minute. That's insane. The difference between 3rd place and 2nd place was like a minute. Bro, that's crazy. And then 1st place, 171. Really tight event. 3rd and 2nd, both 170. 1st place, 171. X Yo Face. Okay, I do love this name. X Yo Face, congratulations on the 1st place. That was a tough event, dude. Man, Really, really tight event. Sorry to the person in chat who didn't Atticus Dale, did you even place? Oh, please don't tell me you caught a 170 but caught it like 11 minutes into the event or later and didn't place. That would actually be so tragic. It's possible. It's possible that someone caught a 170 in this event and did not place. That would hurt. I hope that's not what happened, but I got a 170 but at 222. You caught a 170 and didn't place. I'm so sorry for your loss. That's actually so 170 not placing is fucked up. Holy shit. My highest was a 146, dude. That's a 170 not even getting top 3. That might be like one of the like handful of times I've ever seen that. That is really, really rare. Dude, people love shiny PAWNIARD. I think a lot of people showed up for this event. People showed up for this event. That's insane. My heart goes out to you. Holy guacamole. 170 not placing? That is so fucked, dude. Holy shit. God, dude. Anyway, let's finish my berries. That's... Oh my goodness. I'd be so sad. I would actually be so sad. Much love to you, dude. Should do this. I should do the rest. Let me fuck around with the weaken super effective dragon move. What about this? That's still just a Rost. That's funny. A Guave reduces happiness. It's actually crazy how many fucking berry combos there are. Okay. 44-hour growth time. I'd like to do the... What's it called together? Ideally... What's up, Runos? I'm good, dude. Catch event just... I'm gonna actually close the notepad document. Good catch event. Really competitive catch event just ended. What is that? No. There's no mod. There's no mod that does this. The water is the watering so fast. This is here. Here's some people might not know this. This is a great question. Someone, how are you watering so fast? Is that a mod? No. It's just key binding the pail, the duck fuck thing. If you keep, it's way faster. If you water your berries like this, go through all the, it's so much slower. But if you just do this, boom, boom. Berry farming becomes like pretty mechanical if you can get like go for like higher speeds or whatever. Great question. It's a huge difference. The duck fuck thing, am I wrong? Squirt bottle? Okay, that's worse. Squirt bottle is worse than duck fuck thing. That's like what it's called. I was just like literally I didn't mean to plant that. I meant to plant a... We're switching. Do you guys say pecha or pecha berries? I wonder if it's meant to be pecha. Because they're based on like peaches. Like the fruit, like... They might actually be peaches. I've been saying pecha this whole time. They're spelled like pecha. Pekka. Okay, that's crazy. Pecha. Petchu. Yeah, Meteor Mom. Easiest region? I would say Unova. Or Kanto, depending on your, like, proficiency. I don't know. Kanto's kind of hard, though. Like, Blaine and Giovanni are tough gyms. I would say Unova. Good question. Did you get a lot of... What's it called? It squirts. It's a bottle. Makes sense. Meteor Mom. That's why I call her the... I can't even do it. Anyways. Squirt, bottle, duck, fuck is the common nomenclature, but that could be a regional dialect thing. Okay, true. Unova dialect. Castelia City. How do they say it in Castelia City? All right, there are all my berries planted over at the Mistralton City spot and Abundant Shrine. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for a big harvest. Hey, Kona, brother. I need my tractor. I need my tractor, fucking Vanity. For when I'm farming my berries, bro. Just a bear. Where's that? Doesn't that Jimmy Run have a berry farmer song? Just a humble berry farmer. What's that popular fucking TikTok audio? Well, my collar's blue, so my neck is red. Me berry farming in PokeMMO. True, true, true. I think we have a berry song. Oh, which is going to you soon? Me too, man. I don't know if it will anytime soon, unfortunately. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. Doing all the regions takes a while. I agree. Like, I would say, yeah. Like, yeah. It depends. You have 100 hours for me, probably. I like to take my time, you know? Or, like, I delay the regions. I hate the regions. Great question. It's changed a lot. How many boxes is it possible to egg on one charm? I believe, isn't it like 540 is like the average right now, which is fucking insane. I think the average used to be like 360 to 420 for an average player, and then after the changes, this is pre-incubate. People don't realize they buffed making eggs. They made making eggs 50% faster, and then also buffed hatching by 300% within 1 year, which is crazy. I've heard it been called Little Squirt. Okay, we got to end it on that. Anyways, perfect spot to call it. Fun catch event today. Some cool Iron Man progress. Berry farming art continues, and your daily news. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos every single day. I do post every single day on YouTube, and I stream usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET on Twitch and YouTube. But sometimes weekend streams like this for catch events are a lot of fun, so check them out if you can. Discord down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, support the content, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations do allow me to be here. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Have I done the Heat Train raid? Not yet, and I don't plan to do it until post-event season, but I do want to do it. That will be a big end game part on the account. But for now, I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go play some Mega Bonk, probably knit a blanket. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace, Reno.